Tiger Nation, D.I. Love family, Guard the Yard crew. Listen, this is Coach O, your assistant head coach of JSU football. I had to bring in a special guest today to help me relay this message to you. We are less than how many days, O?
90.
90 days. We're less than 90 days away from kickoff in Atlanta, Georgia. ABC, your Tigers gonna be live. But guess what? Before we get to that point, we gotta take care of the vet first. We're gonna fill up our stadium before we fill up somebody else's, right? So this is what I need from you. I need you to go do what, Zoe?
Get your damn tickets.
Listen, we sold over 6,000 season tickets last year, but this is your homeboys now. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. The head coach is from Macomb, Mississippi. These your people. And we are in the building ready to rock and roll. So Zoe, what do we need them to do?
Get your damn tickets.
Today, tomorrow, money order, check, cash, it don't matter. Just go to the vet and purchase
your mother tickets.
Guard the Yard. Can't wait to see you this fall. We got 4 homecomings. 4 homecomings, not just one. Be there for all of them. Let's go.
What's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? Man, y'all go ahead and hit that like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. Welcome to another live stream. I'm gonna be off camera tonight, y'all. I know I got a lot going on, but nevertheless, the show must go on. All is well. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate all the support. Zoe's supposed to be joining us sometime soon. What's up, Timona? Timona had a great show tonight. Shout out to Sis, man. She putting that work in, doing her thing, man. Hopefully all the haters pull up tonight, and make sure y'all pull up and keep that same energy that you had when you thought that AD Robinson was leaving. Keep that same energy now. I knew Monday he wasn't leaving, so I said what I could say. You know, we don't break no news on the channel, but nevertheless, what up, James? What up, baby? What's going on with you? Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate you, Miss Mac. All is well, man. Everything going good. Sis Ikea. Good evening. Everything is everything, man. I wanted to come on and do a silence dance. We ain't stressing today. You got that right. Y'all know what I look like too, so ain't no need of me being on camera. Um, what's happening, Doc? What's good with you, brother? We got a few things we gonna talk about and address, and looking forward to. Let my brother go. Go ahead and add him to the stream now. Zogo, what's happening, brother?
What up, man?
Not a whole lot.
Family?
All good, man. Just getting started, man. I think I played about every intro that we had. Trying to get it. But I was telling everybody, man, it's a good day. I told everybody to keep that same energy they had when they thought A.D. Robinson was leaving. Got to keep that same energy now. Come on in. I actually appreciate Mr. Prince over there in Houston saying breaking news, sources said. I could have told him that his sources, was off. Now I will say this though. Let's be real about it. There was some interest from Prairie View. There was some really good interest, and they thought they had the fish on the hook, but they realized that, you know what I mean.
Hey, man.
That the line broke.
Let me say this, man. All right, because we're in this space right now, and what we know is people have to understand, and they say certain words to sensationalize things to give it traction, and the masses just fall for it every time. So what you have to understand, you got to kind of weed through the minutia, right? And so if they will be truthful, because watch this, if you got a report or a story to come out and it only says, hey, Prairie View is interested in bringing back Jackson State AD, and that's all that it was. Hey, we looking for an AD. We're interested in talking to Ash Robinson. We would like for him to come back. That's not going to get no traction. We got to add certain words to make it sexy, to make it spicy. Yeah. It's like the old man on the fishing boat commercial. Almost there, we're not close enough. You know what I mean? Almost there, get close. But you know what I'm saying? So we keep falling for it, dog. I mean the masses.
Yeah, they fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker. Everybody was dancing and happy. I actually was with A.D. Robinson yesterday, and at the truck reveal, even afterwards. It was cool because, I'm not gonna get into any like private conversations, but we just, I always try to tell everybody, take a chill pill, because it seems like everybody, as a news break, I might have got 70 text messages, man, and I'm not even kidding. I'm including Instagram, I'm including Messenger, I'm including
And look, hold on. I gotta say this. You just said it, because we got 3 other people on here. For all things holy people, can y'all please don't jump in the inbox and then everybody say the same thing? Hey man, just between me and you.
Yeah. It's here's the thing. If you're not shout out to all the platinum members out there. The platinum. So if you're a member of the channel, thank you for being a member of the channel. But I will say this though, we do reward any platinum members with, we have a group chat where we do discuss things a little bit more in depth than it's kind of than what we do on the airways. Because again, when you're in the know, you're not really trying to be, first to break this and first to break that. We serve a very, very, very important role within this thing, and what that is brother, what it is we are here to set the record straight and make sure that we're able to provide real data and context to whatever's out there, because a lot of that's out there is bull junk. A lot of that's out there is like what Zoe just said. It's spiced up, it's spruced up to fit certain narratives. And Zoe says this all the time. A lot of people speak what they hope to see, not what they know. They be projecting, and they try to project it in a way. I'll give you an example. No shot at HBCU game day, but they put out an article, right? That article was basically saying, this is what the article was. I can tell you in a bit of words, right? It was basically, there's a tweet that said this, according to sources, basically, we made we reached out to some folks. Them folks confirmed that basically there was some real reality to what was happening, and the rest of the article was talking about his tenure, his career, and what he did. And I understood that because being in the media space, you start paying attention to how people, do stuff. So, well, basically, it's just this is a nothing pie. This is basically saying, hey, we saw a tweet, sent out a few texts or made a few phone calls. Okay, there's some reality, there's some realness to this. We have to put that out. And I respect the publication or whatever the case may be, but that stuff don't move us. We hear it, we see it. I went straight to the source. And me and him talked about that yesterday. He was laughing at me because when Rochelle got a chance, shout out to Rochelle, got a chance to got to meet him and take photos and Toronto, and we got a chance to see the president and everyone because we was over at Trustmark Park with the truck reveal. He was laughing. He was like, "Man, kid hit me straight up." I was like, "Hey, I went straight to him. Talk to me. What's up? What's happening? What?" And everything that he told me, Zoe, what the conversation was. It held true. Nothing was different than what he said. Not a thing. Now, I will say this: there was absolutely some interest. There was absolutely some offers, an offer put on the table. But we appreciated the report because what that allowed us to do was say, "Oh, okay, that's what y'all trying to do. All right, let's have a conversation." Okay, da 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 da. And then there was some things that came from that conversation, and he stayed. And next story. So go get your moonwalk on, like my MJ, like I put out there. Go get your moonwalk on, biatch.
Hey, but even still today, what I told you guys the other day is still
Ever,
same, and that
ever,
is, hmm?
I was about to say, Evelyn, you don't have to report what that dude said. We don't discuss that over here. Ain't
Look,
necessary. Y'all
still
want to watch it. Y'all watch whatever y'all want to watch, but we don't need no updates. Let them
everything
do what they do.
on Wednesday still stands today. If y'all remember, I told y'all, and that was it's a byproduct of having success. Trust me, the more success you have, your success is going to take a shot at you, and the more success you have, you're going to have other entities want to pull away from your success. And you can look at it two ways. You can look at it as I'm successful, so people want to grab me because they feel like I can help them be a success, or hey, they too successful over there. Let's go pull from that so it won't be successful anymore. And you
But
can
to your point though, if Prairie View got all this money, which they do, they got some chains they playing with. I understand that. I could actually give a little bit more context to what actually happened through the conversation we had, but I won't because I never disclose private conversations that we had in regards to what actually happened with actually leaving Jackson to begin with. I mean, leaving Prairie View to begin with and how he got to Jackson State. So I understand that, but at the same time, he left them in really good shape. I mean, really good shape, right? So with that being said, they should be okay with finding an AD, shouldn't they? They got money, they got great facilities. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the coach that was making jokes and shit, talking about, you know what I'm saying? They got a new AD because he definitely alluded to it. Shout out to Bo McDowell. Appreciate that, brother.
hey, I'm gonna say this though, man. Uh, well, we're good with all of it. The only problem I have with anything, and it has nothing to do with A.D. Robinson or Jackson State for that matter, it's the thought process by black folk. That's the problem that I have because we're still on this thing where um we gotta really watch when we say the word elevation. I get really, really bothered by it, specifically from black folk, because I understand that, and then also elevation is subjective because what you think could be an elevated job may not be elevated to me, but that's a story for another day. But I hate I hate this thing as a whole where we feel like, oh, what we perceive over here is better than this black stuff over here. Oh, now this HBCU is what
Right.
it is. This HBCU thing is what it is over here. But if I go over here to this space, oh yeah, that's an elevation because it's not associated with it's not an HBCU. As if like an HBCU can't be, and I can make it be what it need to be. Let me let you in on something. I don't know if y'all guys, and we're not gonna get into what the offer was, but you do know that Ash Robinson, whatever offer he got at Prairie View, he can actually get anywhere, right?
More.
You see what I'm saying? So the point, and also money is not the end all be all with every job. So the thing I have an issue with is because we happen with this whole thing with with Coach Prime, you either being elevated or terminated. I'm like, you could be doing a job and then elevate the job you got. I hate the construct of that statement as if like because basically it's like you either coming or going, and that's simply not true. It's just like a lot of people who believe in the saying shit rolls downhill. I'm like, I hate that analogy because when I deal with shit, I flush it. It
Well, I
don't go
think too.
down.
So, I mean, when you think about elevation, I mean, true elevation is not always. And you said this. I just want to extract this before I lose my thought. True elevation is not always going to a house that's already readily built. You just said true elevation is taking something at the level that it's at and you elevating it yourself with a legacy. That's not to say that a person can't pursue a career to make more money, but impacting the community, being a figure. I like that picture of Coach TC with Coach Tamika Reed, with Coach TC Taylor, and there was someone else. I forget who else was on the photo. Mo Williams. I'm sorry. Because this is the point I wanted to make. These are all Mississippi kids, man. Jacksonians and, a brother from Magnolia. A state that's always frowned upon is to not much good coming out of the state. But I retweeted that photo saying that we're witnessing this is Black excellence. And I'm getting sick and tired of people acting like us. We can't have nothing, man. Like we don't deserve good stuff. When our stuff is what it is, my mentality, I made a phone call, Zoe. I said, I don't give a damn what he asked for. I mean that. We need to make it happen because we already transitioning from a, we don't know where we're going to be from a presidential standpoint. He's the AD and VP of the school. Athletics is the thing that's rolling right now. Let's keep this momentum going. Let's not lose it because somebody wants to come in with a big checkbook. The hell with your checkbook. We're building something, man. And I don't care. It's no disrespect to Prairie View, but even with all the nice stuff, it's not to put them down. Jackson State is a special place, man. It is. It's a special place. And being around for days and seeing what we have, yes, we have a lot of opportunities, man. But my gosh, if we can ever get our stuff together, man, nobody can touch us. I mean that. That's going to lead into a conversation that we're going to have a little later today, too.
But I've always said that, just imagine if the city of Jackson was truly thriving, and look at what Jackson State is in relation to that. But also, it goes back to what I always say, man. Black people devalue Black things, and you saw it loud and clear. If your phone number don't have a 601 in it or a 769 in it, it ain't no love for the home team. By and large, it was by and large like, oh yeah, be out of Jackson on the first thing spoken because it's greater. You know what I'm saying? That anything is better than being in Mississippi. Anything is better. And I hate to say this, but that's simply not true. That's to you.
That's facts.
That's to you, to the person that's saying it. And I'm not gonna sit there and say that you're wrong in how you feel, but that's your truth. It ain't mine. It ain't Ashley's. It ain't Tamika Reed's. And also, if they choose to decide to leave, they're well in the right to do so. But this whole notion that, oh, you're too good to be at the HBCU, or the moment that, you know what I'm saying, oh, you've had this great success, well, go get your payday at a PWI. Why you can't get your payday at a HBCU? See, we want to use what they've been paid in the past, right? But why we can't do things to increase the revenue so we can pay our coaches even more money?
Building on tradition and blaze new trails, though. That's our mantra.
So when we say change the game, and guess what? We're doing that. You know what I'm saying? The highest paid FCS coaches, guess where they reside at, Ken? They reside in the SWAC. The highest paid coaches in the FCS reside in the SWAC. That's a fact. The average fan don't even know that. They probably assume North Dakota State coach making more money. No, they don't. High paid coaches in all the FCS football reside in the SWAC and tennis in Eddie George. It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Now they're not getting paid millions every single year.
He getting paid $400K.
Well,
I tell you what, Prime was making he was making 3 times that. You know what I'm saying?
But the point I'm getting at is, but we automatically devalue or lowball or think we're lesser than. It ain't the outside world. It's the people it's the people we serve. It's the same people who got the same hue as me. Yeah, they devalue it and they lowball it. Oh man, they get peanuts. Oh, just like oh man, that little black school down out there, man. They withholding prime and you know what I'm saying, they ain't paying him his money and they shortchanging him. That's what niggas do. Guess what? No, he ain't. Prime made more money than any FCS coach in history last season. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Frank, I was thinking 6'6". Shout out to everybody with the 6'2" numbers. Zoe just said he was referencing Jackson. You know, a lot of the 6'2" and even 228. So we didn't want to name every every zip. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay. I know what they said. Shout out to all the Mississippi.
But the point I'm getting at though, man, it's like, man, it stings different when it's coming from us. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. I don't think, I said all the time, man, slavery did a number on my people, man. Because I don't think we're ever gonna really truly see the change like we really want to see it. But damn, man, it's just like the thing that really gets me is just like it's like, man, the majority of black folk don't want to see a HBCU. I'm not going to say Jackson State. They don't want to see a HBCU in the same place where you could see a SEC school. They don't even want to see that. Matter of fact, let me say this. Matter of fact, if Jackson State, I'm going to throw some out there. If Jackson State, let's say we won a SWAC like 10 years in a row. I know it's, I'm just follow me. Let's say Jackson State won a SWAC like 10 years in a row. Man, we done tripled our worth, right? And the SEC was like, man, we got to get them Jack State in this motherfucker. And Jack State got an invitation to the SEC. Man, I can tell you right now, you will not have black folk in unison cheering it. Trust me when I tell you. You will not have black people in unison cheering for that. You will have majority of black folk, specifically the ones who don't have HBCU ties. Man, they'll be worse than anybody else, shaming them, condemning them, hating on them. You know that? I know that.
Well, I mean, we got to do, but that's why we're looking to do our part as best we can to continue to tell our own story. Actually, tell the story that we want to see, and also be the example of what we hope to see. Had a conversation today. You know what I'm talking about. President of the Blue Bingo Association. We had a very in-depth conversation about unifying our fundraising efforts at the university. And you know what? Unfortunately, Zoe, was not unfortunately, but unfortunately, follow me, everybody. It might be us that become the link that connects everybody again. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens sometimes is we can find ourselves being so divided, and we make some leeway, we making some ground up. But imagine what we can do if we can just take all 5 fingers, close that fist, and become one amazing, awesome punch. So stand by. There may be some, there may be. Well, we're definitely going to bring our own at some point. We're going to make sure we schedule that and we push that because for those that don't know, the Blue Bingo Association is actually the official booster club of Jackson State Athletics at Jackson State University, and we can definitely, curtail our efforts.
1977.
1977, absolutely, and I won't get into all the specifics because I would love for her she can come up as often as possible and speak to, membership, you know what I'm saying, and members and how to become a member, and the things that they do as a unit. I'm even looking to become a member myself. I know that we're 1400.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me, where my phone?
Coach, hey, Coach Beef was right there, standing right there next to me when we was talking. So, absolutely, that's right, Coach. It's time. You're right, Brother Price. We definitely looking to get some young. We talked about that, getting some youth in there. All I ask is that for all of our OGs, y'all know this. I say that in the most loving way possible. We ask that the OGs receive the youth and allow some of the youth come in and collaboration is the key, man. Collaborate, unification, man, unification. We got a big fight tomorrow. It's supposed to be it's a unification fight. What that means is you take all these separate belts and you unify them into one, and that one person becomes that champion of that weight class. So same type situation. But
I just text you. Put that on
Absolutely, that's not the group that Coach started, man. The Blue Bengals been around since 1976. Oh yes, Coach Gordon. I'm sorry, he did. That is the group that Coach Gordon started. That is the group. Yes, that is CJ. That is the group that Coach Gordon started in 1977, and been around for forever and a day. But the conversation around that, I just want to say it again, please, 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 for those that hear my voice, this is coming from a place of love, and when there's love in the room, sometimes we got to get uncomfortable in order to make progress. So we're not trying to be.
You said you got to get uncomfortable to make progress. Remember, I told you there's no
Yeah,
such thing as comfortable growth.
that's facts. That's facts, man. So,
Man.
but somebody, if we don't do it, who will? You know what I'm saying? We want to just we want to make everything visible. That I had a conversation with the brother at the truck reveal about the football players, the former football players groups, man, talking about collaborating. Why can't we create a vehicle where anything that comes about that needs to be, you can go to the radio and pay the radio, you can go pay for advertising, that's fine. But come through this channel, use Tiger Talk, use every platform that is pushing Jackson State content. We need to find a way to work together and get our stuff out there, because my goal and my vision is to see us build this Jackson State machine, this media machine, this sports information machine. And I'm not saying that it doesn't exist. I'm saying take what we have, and what you say, Zoe, elevate. Elevation can come in the form of unification. Shout out to my girl Tiff, who spit that bug in our ear about getting everybody. We want everybody to come up. I understand the apprehension. I understand the unconventional, you know what I'm saying, ways, not used to this, not used to that. This is how we do this is how we do that. We got a lot of people trying to do things, but we have to, like them boys say, we have to coordinate and collaborate to unify. If the goal is to make Jackson State great, then let's do it as a unit. We can do so much more together. Or is it about you doing it and you getting the shine for it, or you being the exclusive force? You have to think about a contingency plan as far as like, how do we take this and make this great for years and years and years to come. And I think when you have such a divided space, you leave yourself in such a disarray, man, to always constantly being picked off. So I love the fact I'm still talking about A.D. Robinson. I really am. I still am talking about A.D. Here's why: because it was a moment that came weak. It was a coming together, okay, to make things happen in order to get something done. And it just goes to show what we can do. I'm just telling you, we got a heck of a machine if we just activate and really collaborate and unify, man, and get on the same page, and don't, let's get out of this ego tripping, man. So that's my little tidbit, bro, um, about that. But more to come on that. More to come on that. I must say, man, shout out to Coach Beef, man, for giving the world a sneak peek at absolutely nothing. Hey, by the way, fun fact, though, what were we talking about earlier? Our wide receiver Jimmy Smith. We were talking about, like we was having a chat conversation about like what's it gonna take to get Jimmy Smith into the Hall of Fame, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about Beef hits me up and says, "Fun fact: did you know that Beef was teammates of Trey Smith at Wyoming?"
Yep, I know.
And he texted that. I was like, yeah, I knew that he said he played for Wyoming, but I actually used to follow Trey and watch him at Wyoming. But I didn't even think to ask if they played together at the same time. So that's pretty cool. Is the reveal next week? No. You're gonna have to give us about 2 weeks. Yeah, about 2 weeks. It's about 2 more weeks because of the.
We told y'all the reveal's gonna be the first part of August, so give us about 2 weeks.
It'll be the second week of August.
That's at the latest.
Second week of August. I was in the building. Today. I can just tell you guys, man. Hey, Zoe, what you?
Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Not the JSU Hall of Fame. We're talking about the NFL Hall of Fame, LaDon. And for those that don't understand why we're saying that, go look at Michael Irvin's stats and then look at Jimmy Smith's stats, and you tell me whose stats is better and why is Jimmy Smith not in the Hall of Fame. But we know why Michael Irvin is in the Hall of Fame. I'm not taking it away from the playmaker, but Jimmy Smith had. Just go take a look at the stats for yourself.
Hold on, man. I gotta show you something. You gonna lose it.
Absolutely, Jimmy Smith and Harold Jackson should absolutely. Actually, Double O Soul should be in before Jimmy. Hopefully, we need to start a campaign for this. Make sure we can get that senior vote. I actually sat next to him on the plane heading home, and
Last year.
yes, we did. Yeah, absolutely. Somebody asked me, brother Ken and Zoe, can we raise money for cameras at the stadium because those broadcasters? We can do anything we want to do.
We won't.
We can do whatever we want to do. Absolutely, we can. Why can't we? Let's have a conversation. Matter of fact, we'll have a conversation with the right people to see what it takes, and if that's what the issue is, then we'll address it. No problem. Yep, that's right, Willie T. Look at that comment, Zoe. We just talked about that. Literally just talked about that like 30 minutes ago.
Well, let me expand on that. It wasn't necessarily his off the field problems, because a lot of Hall of Famers had off the field problems. The difference between them and Jimmy Smith was Jimmy Smith stayed in NFL protocol, and that's even the main reason why he retired. Because if you remember, he was actually getting ready to start the season to play, and he had failed another test. He was about to be into. It was about to be announced he was going to be into the NFL substance abuse program. So instead of him going through that and serving his suspension, he retired. And just think, he had a solid, at least a full 2 full years in his prime.
He was so dead, man.
So he could have easily added on to those numbers. And also, you got to remember, he has a curve on his numbers, because remember, Jimmy Smith went 3 full seasons without playing before he got the jacket.
That's facts. No, man. I mean, he was in Dallas. Absolutely. This is a great point. This is a phenomenal point. Yes, it is.
The difference is Lawrence Taylor wasn't in the NFL substance abuse program. That's the difference. Jimmy Smith was. Yeah. Jimmy Smith failed like 4 or 5 tests. We were talking about, I said the difference is, look, we all know Lawrence Taylor thing. We know Michael Irvin. The difference was they went out there failing no tests.
But it's still again, what we're talking about is a technicality, because we know these players were all, fighting against things that they've been open about it, and this judgment-free space. We're not, but what we're saying is with these stats, Doc. Thank you for those numbers, brother. Those stats deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about.
Well, all his numbers, his catches, yards, and touchdowns is more than Michael Irvin. Look at the picture I just sent you, bro. I'm gonna see if you catch on.
I'm gonna wait till I get it. I am on my phone,
and that's a brand new room too when you see it.
I haven't gotten it yet.
All right. Yeah, he had an illness with Dallas, and then but he failed a drug test too. Toward the end of that, he even admitted it, and so
yeah, I think it's pretty clear what his issue, what the issue was. But again, I still feel like that doesn't have anything to do with the production on the field. The Hall of Fame should be about. No. I know you're not saying it. I'm saying you can even go to TO. Like, it's this stupid stuff. I'll even give you someone in a different sport. There's no way in the hell that anybody could tell me that Barry Bonds should not be in the freaking baseball Hall of Fame. He was a Hall of Famer before he even started doing it. Before the PEDs in San Francisco, he was already a Hall of Famer, man. So, anyway.
But I'm telling y'all,
here's what we should do. Here's what we should do.
Oh, before we do that, hold on, let me say this. Because I'm going to start the platform today, because you already know what I'm going to say. Because I said this last year. Jackson State needs to create a campaign. Hell, I might even start it.
I was just about to say that, bro.
Harold Jackson.
I was literally just about to say we need to start a campaign for both players. That was my point, but keep going.
But most definitely Harold Jackson. Like, we need to go
Both.
all the way. Because
I think we go both.
Harold Jackson can really get in on the senior vote, but Harold Jackson doesn't have anything tied to him. I'm not saying we should make a put for Jimmy Smith, but the reason why I'm saying put your eggs in Harold Jackson basket, because senior vote and he's older, and we want to see him not only get in, but be able to give his own speech. Because Harold Jackson is up there in age, but Harold Jackson deserves to get in. Harold Jackson's numbers are ridiculous, and specific for the era that he played in. The dude got almost 10,500 yards receiving.
Yep.
And he came out in the early, and in his last season was like the early 70s. She.
Absolutely. If you're gonna put Megatron in there, what's Megatron's stats?
I don't know, but man, y'all look at Harold Jackson numbers, dog. Especially for the era he played in. Crazy.
Yeah, man. We're gonna see what we can do, man. The reality of it is what we're really saying is you got to do your part, and I think we should definitely push for some type of Heisman campaign and really just. But again, that's also gonna require, basically one band, one sound. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna require some unification and some clear cut messaging on what it is we're trying to do. And I think we can get it done. I mean, will it yield the results of getting both in the Hall of Fame? We don't know.
Well, you know what results you'll get by doing nothing?
Nothing. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. But anywho, moving right along, man. I had a chance to go to practice. You got anything else you want to touch on before we move over to football practice?
Nah, we good. Hey, did you get the photo?
I did not get the photo. Where'd you send it to?
I texted it to you.
No, I don't have it yet. Well, I'll wait on that. But had our third practice today. Third practice of fall camp, and the word that I took away from practice was progression. Outside of hot, it was hot as hell out there, man. 9 a.m. The heat just felt. It just felt more. It just felt invasive, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like it was disrespectful, bro. And I think didn't see many throw. And nobody was throwing up today. It seemed like the bodies are starting to adapt and adjust, and the coaches are doing a great job, man, of making sure that they of like putting checks and balances in place. We got those cooling fans. We got a big canopy, big shaded canopy with seats, and they'll stop practice and have them, you know what I'm saying, hey, to the tent, man. Get under the tent. You know what I'm saying? Cool off. Get in front of them fans, get hydrated, and it looks like the bodies and everything are really starting to adapt to the changes. Not a lot of, and that's what it takes, because those first 5 to 6 days, man, at practice is hellacious, man. But a lot of battles, man, a lot of one-on-one battles. We saw the shoulder pads come out today. They was hidden in some, but I didn't say hidden, but just making contact, letting everybody know, hey, we here. Telling you right now, Jack State by far the best defensive line in the in all. I just think all the FCS. I don't care who you put in front of us. We got the best D line. I don't care what you say. And the depth is there. The speed off the ball, at the point of attack, insane. A lot of playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. Saw a lot of 12 person. I saw some 12 personnel zones, some 11, some. I mean, it was fun, and it's really just. You saw a lot of different little things, man. But the biggest thing was, I think we got better today. They're stacking days and looking good, man. Looking real good. So I think where we are now versus where we're going to be when we get to Atlanta is not even close. But I really, really, really liked what I saw today. Not so much as this, and I mean even with the mistakes, you know what I'm saying, that were there. Um, we got the potential to be really good, man. I think we really do. So it's just gonna matter. I love the intensity of Coach TC. He's a perfectionist, man. He wants perfection. You know what I'm saying? He had a moment where he called everybody in and he talked about the small things. They did something today, Zoe. Situations. He created situations, and the whole purpose of the situations was to be to throw him off. It was designed to mess him up. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
it worked. It worked. And he wasn't. He was very adamant about making sure that they understand that he's making it tough on them on purpose because these are the types of situations that he wanted to create and try to simulate from a game standpoint to get them mentally ready to face those adverse situations at game time. So um, once they get in the conditioning of what we're gonna give some teams some fits, man, with it because I think we're gonna be if not but one of the most well conditioned teams. Shout out to Coach Beef and really the staff in general because with the tempo that we're gonna play with in the climate in the the way that we're preparing, I think we're gonna be ready to really apply some pressure. That first game is gonna be a really good testament to what type of team we are. The first game it's gonna show us, and I think based off of that, I'm actually so glad that we get that game before we go play FAMU. FAMU's under Willie Simmons has been their system is in place, but TCU is actually establishing his. So I love the fact that we get a game in. I love that.
Hey, I don't mean to change the subject, but something just told me to like pull up something. Cause I read a comment and I got to pondering, right? So
Go
you
ahead.
know, Dallas Cowboys are known for that number 88, right?
Yep.
Drew Pearson started it, right? Drew Pearson was a dog. Just
Yep.
got to
Drew
the
Pearson.
Hall of Fame and raised hell to get in there, right?
Sure did.
I'm gonna read something to you. Drew Pearson's career stats: 156 games, 489 catches, 7,822 yards, 48 touchdowns. Watch this. Harold Jackson, 208 games, 579 catches, 10,372 yards, 76 touchdowns.
God damn.
Now you see why I said we need to have a hell of a push to get Harold Jackson in there.
Wow. Yep.
He damn near doubled him in touchdowns and yards and got 100 more catches.
Royal Maxwell. We're gonna go, man. That the pace that we're going is gonna be. It's gonna make Campbell look like they going slow.
Hold on, let me put some context to that. Because when you say that, people think we're being a homer. No, it's the offense that we're running.
Go look at Liberty's offense, and that'll tell you. And you measure Liberty versus Campbell. But go ahead.
Liberty and a little portion of like Oregon under Chip Kelly.
Yep.
We're going to run the ball that much, and yes, it will be. Yeah, yeah. All I'll tell you is the detriment of any defense is to let Jack State get first downs against you. We're gonna kill you.
That's a great point, though. If we get first downs, if we stack them first downs, the amount of pressure that we're gonna put on a team's defense, just merely because of the tempo and how we can continue to do the same thing, not let you sub. You know what I'm saying? What'll happen is that's when you start seeing players go down because they can't make it in substitution. They start acting like they got a cramp and they have to stop the ball so they can let them sub out. But
Yeah.
I said this on Doc Show. All Jimmy has to do is cry himself to sleep like Jimmy. Hey, if it works, it works. Carl Jackson, one of the first big wide um, wide receivers also. What's up, Randy? What's up, big dog? Won't look pretty. Won't look pretty right away, but we gotta get adjusted. I mean, yeah, man. I think we. I think you guys. I can't.
That's short.
Yeah, he is.
He's like
Maybe he meant. Maybe,
5'9", 5'10".
yeah, maybe he meant big time receiver.
Oh,
I don't know.
big play, probably.
Yeah,
Wasn't known for catching bombs. Yeah.
but no, too many SWAC fans only remember Harry Jackson Milbone, the failed JSU coach. Well, that's their problem.
Well, we're
Jackson
not
was
talking
that
about
dude.
we're talking about the player, so I don't know why.
He said most people don't know they don't know that Hal Jackson was that dude. You gonna find out today.
Hey man, dude had a cool nickname, man. Agent 00 Soul.
That's dope though, actually. But no, it's
He did my Harold Carmichael. Yeah, Harold Carmichael from Southern. He went to the Hall of Fame. He was 6'8" at wide receiver. He played with the Eagles too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he just went to the Hall of Fame last season or the year before last. I think last year, or the year before last. 1 or 2.
Right. Nah, man, but
5'10".
huh?
I was just
Hal
saying.
Jackson 5'10".
No, he's 5'10".
Right. Have any O linemen solidified positions? Yep.
The law firm.
Yeah, I mean we pretty much I pretty much can tell who's gonna be who on the O line. I'm loving the fact that
Before you go ahead, look, let me just go tell you before you get started, Ken, because I know
yep.
y'all asking. You're not gonna get a starting lineup out of us before the first game.
Nah, we're not.
We're not gonna say give out anything. Say with regards to this team before we play a game. It ain't happening. So I'm just telling y'all that if you get who the start line, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you that. And come on, you really think we're gonna say that on this platform? No. So no, we're not gonna tell you who the starters are. You know what I'm saying? We can tell you who probably penciled in one particular position, like one player, like the obvious, but we ain't gonna tell you. Come on now. But yeah, I will tell you the law firm, you could bank on he gonna be starting. Now, well, you can put 2 and 2 together, but the law firm gonna be starting. If you ask who that is, DeAndre Towns Blue. Go ahead, bro. My bad.
Oh no, you good. I ain't got nothing. I was just saying, exactly what you just said is right on the money. I mean, we got a lot of players that's, because of like various different little reasons and whatnot here and there, it's allowing a lot of players to get a lot of reps, and it's allowing the coaches to get a lot of film to coach these guys up and get them prepared, man. So
I tell you what, man, all of the I Love fans, you guys will be pleasantly surprised at this wide receiver room, since we have all these unproven guys, so everybody's tend to think you're gonna love this wide receiver room when you see it.
wide receiver room is amazing, bro. It's amazing actually, and it don't make no difference who don't like it or who don't think it. So I'm telling you right now,
Hey,
I'm
you
not
know
really
what? I'm gonna say GA Price. You know what? We different at JSU. Our O-line ain't gonna make pancakes. You know what I'm saying? We push you in a square. We make waffles over here on this street, dog. We make waffles. We won't do pancakes. We ain't like everybody else.
Oh man, it's night and day, man. I think Coach J.O. is a good coach, man. Thoughts on Fertillion, dog? Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, we got a lot of dogs in the wide receiver room, man. Rich Rochelle got the link. Come on up, sis, if you can. I just sent them the link. Brandon, who was the wide receiver that pushed down the DB on today's team IG? What number did they wear?
Look like Swag T.O., but that wasn't him. Oh, my man, I dropped off. My bad. I got quiet all of a sudden. Let me check some of these questions out before you hop back up on here. Let's see what we got. Hey, linebacker group actually looks pretty good right now, man. We run a lot of different formations at practice. But main thing with them, man, is just getting just gelling and getting more reps together. That's gonna come over time. But with them, man, we just got to get. I like to think a good 2 or 3 games under our belt. So I would tell anybody that the one thing you want to pay attention to the first game would be the linebacking core and how they gel together. The talent is there though, but they got to get some games under their belt to where it won't be a question mark for everybody else going forward. And then yeah, we do have amazing depth. I saw somebody say, "Oh, well, how you got depth if you got all these new players coming in?" I'm like, well, we still got half. Let me just say this: for everybody thinking about the numbers, we still have half the team. We didn't lose. Jackson State did not lose 70% of the team. Let me fill y'all in on something. We lost half the team.
We did.
We lost half the team. It wasn't greater than that. It wasn't that, oh, we lost 70% of the team or we lost 80% of the team. That's a total fabrication. We lost half the team. And so when you look at what we brought in, because then you hear the number, 50, 60 players. Well, actually, that number is kind of high. But, you'll see. But with what we brought in, when we talk about the depth, we're just talking about the talent that's there. Because the one thing people tend to want to gloss over or not try to admit is it's caliber of talent. And a lot of us in the SWAC space don't want to admit where they fall in the pecking order when it comes to talent with regards to the roster. And we don't fall second place to nobody in this league when it comes to that from a talent standpoint. The recruiting speaks to it, and it's been there for the past 2 seasons, and we did the same thing again this 3rd season. And so I wouldn't expect to hear anything else from anybody else that's not affiliated with Jackson State to say they don't care about rankings because, hell, they squad ain't ranked and ain't being talked about. But like I said, you can correlate the fact that we had the number 1 class in the country 2 years in a row, correlate that to not losing the damn game in conference. It's easy to correlate it. And then TC Taylor comes in, you get the number 2 ranked class in the country. I pretty much expect the talent to still be pretty much where it is. Now, do you lose a unicorn in Travis Hunter? Yeah, you do. But
do you lose a big time wide receiver? Quarterback? Yes, you do.
But then you can negate that with numbers. And that's not to belittle like even should they're losing, but you can negate that loss with numbers. You can give it cushioning. And so but again, we live in this fantasy where the majority of people that's tied to the coalition want to prop up this image as if like everybody in the SWAC's recruiting is on par with ours, and that's just simply not true.
Tyus is doing well, man. I was telling Zoe we had a really fun looking package today with 3 big dogs at the front on the line, man. You had Jeremiah Williams, Tyus Martin, and Devontae Davis, and that's the party in the backfield lineup, front 3 right there, man. I was like, my gosh, man.
Yeah, the defense, you won't really see much of a drop off at all from the defense. And that's a strong statement to make when you talk about having the number 1 ranked defense in the country. But what I like to tell people is we call it the new JSU when Coach Prime got here. And so a new standard has been created. And we set that standard for the past 2 years. And we recruited to that same standard once TC became the head coach. And we're still playing up to that standard at practice. So people say, we talk about practice. Well, you want to compare yourself to yourself. We're not comparing ourselves to any other schools in the conference. So because we've seen what we've seen the past 2 years, we know what it's supposed to look like when we go to practice every day. We know what it's supposed to look like when we get to the game. So we're only competing against ourselves. And so when you look at what we have and what we're doing, everything still is on par with what it was at toward last season.
No, that's not the case. No, all of our coaches are not from the MEAC. They're not. A good majority of them have coached in the MEAC. Because Coach Coach O and Coach Hammock, they both came from Northern Illinois. Was it Illinois?
No, Coach Hammond came from Northern Illinois. Their FBS program there in the MAC. You have the wide receiver coach. He just came from Texas State.
Came from Texas State. The DB coach came from Alcorn. The defense coordinator came from Alcorn.
Alcorn
UAPB.
Coach Billman came from Duke.
Right, but he did coach in the MEAC. Now
he played in the MEAC.
He played in the MEAC, but he actually, yeah, that's right. He played in the MEAC. That's right.
Never coached in the MEAC. He played in the MEAC.
So there was a few of them that Coach TC coached with, that he built with. Coach Maurice Harris obviously was at Liberty. Brandon Morton, the running backs coach, was on the staff with Prime. So no, so there's that's right, bro. What I think is dope is that no one knows what to expect from this team, which is definitely, they don't know. They don't know, and we ain't trying to, they don't really. They think we're homers anyway, so it doesn't really matter what we say. What they're gonna do this year with us is every game is gonna be Jackson State is gonna lose that game, and the haters are gonna speak as to why they want Jackson State to lose, and they're gonna speak about it as if they know what they're talking about. So
I tell you what, the worst thing that can happen to the coalition, I'm gonna just go on record right now. The worst thing that can happen, I'm gonna be just like y'all. Worst thing that can happen. Don't mess around, let TC win the SWAC his first year. I'm telling you that. Don't mess around, let TC win the SWAC his first year. Don't do it. You will have absolutely no power going forward at all. None. Because you already put up you done already propped up all your excuses. You lost half the team. I'm sorry, you lost more than the team. You lost all the trainers. We done lost Johnny T. TC can't coach. You know what I'm saying? Oh, everybody got the talent. You got no excuse. None.
Jimmy Coleman, the quarterback position is looking just fine. We're gonna be fine at quarterback. We're gonna be fine at quarterback. I've sat here and looked at the quarterbacks for 3 straight days. Trust me. I know football, and I'm telling you like this right here. We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be fine, and we have depth. One person go down or stick up the joint, we got somebody that can come right behind them and keep this thing rolling or take it to the next level. So we're gonna be fine there. So, I got a roster question because I saw someone ask about you. So I mean, if you haven't seen them, they're not there. I have nothing else to add to that.
We're not gonna answer no roster questions on here.
Yeah, if kickers look fine, shout out to G baby, But anybody that you don't see, if you don't see them, then it might be for a reason.
Yeah, man. Get your damn tickets. You got like what, 3 days left? Yeah, you got 3 days left, man. Well, 2 now. Get your damn tickets.
29th, 30th, 31st. You right. I ain't even close to sleepy. So I already know what you're talking about. I'm talking through a Bluetooth. So no, I'm not sleepy.
But I just lost my train of thought just that damn quick.
I'll say this though, a couple players, man, that stuck out today, had a great day today. Tim Stewart, man. Shout out to Tim Stewart, man. Tim Stewart's a baller. He's gonna play nickel for us. Transferred into us from Troy. Had a phenomenal practice, man. Very impressed with Tim Stewart. Jensen caught him a good ball, man, and I'm loving the play selection, man. As far as what was going on. What's that?
I'm laughing at Mr. Brown, man.
Jenkins is doing just fine, man. Yeah, man. That's the first thing I said when I saw him. I said, man, does it mean does the sun feel like it's hotter today?
Hey,
That
Mr.
damn
Brown,
sun sat in us, boy.
did you get the pancakes at Primo's? That's all I want to know. Did you go to Primo's, and if you did you get the pancakes?
You think we telling too much? If you think we telling too much, then you just think we telling too much. I'm gonna just leave that. I ain't gonna be. Um,
Nah, but
ain't
you
nobody getting it. First of all, let me tell you something. There's a lot of things that we can say. Um, y'all act like we're not gonna have scrimmages that people can't go physically see for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why y'all think there's this element of this. I'm hiding something. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's gonna see everything on when the first game roll around. So it's not like something is being hidden. You know what I mean? It's not. It's just it is what it is. So if y'all don't want us to talk about anything, then we can just shut up and just never bring it up. But how the UAB? They look good. Everybody look good. So when we start giving y'all the generic ass answers, don't complain. Because we're gonna talk about the game that we see. We know football, and I think we've been doing this long enough to know how to dance around shit that we can actually say directly. Like, trust me, we ain't gonna give y'all a whole lot of nothing, and then turn around and sell it as if we are. We're gonna give you something so you can eat, so you can sink your teeth into. So
Oh man, no.
yeah, man.
You keep throwing up.
Like
I
like
doubt.
the other thing too is that we're gonna have some moments, but like I can't really think I really said a whole lot today, other than the fact that I think the D line. I stand by the fact that the D line is the best in the conference. They have some good stuff. Um, you know, that's what I really. Our DBs had a great day today, and maybe the DB. Listen, let me say it this way: the DBs had a good day because not for one because they solid, but also the point of attack, man. The D lineman being able to win some battles that was able to put some pressure and to cause some balls to have to get out quicker than you might wanted to get them out. You know what I mean? And I just want y'all to understand something. For those that don't understand the practices, if you think that Shador was at practice just throwing touchdowns all practice, then you sadly mistaken. That was a lot of practice where he he was getting rushed. He was getting, you know what I'm saying? You just can't hit the quarterback. So, but if a lineman wins this battle at the line, there was also a lineman that got out on the D lineman today. Actually, shout out to Success Chukizi. I think I got that right. Chukizi. But
Safe to
but
say,
you know what? But this is another thing that trips me out. You don't don't take this the wrong way, y'all. Or you can take it the wrong way. I really don't give a shit. But here's the point. Um, it's amazing how you have somebody that's physically right there looking at something that can tell you exactly what is going on, and people would still rather go listen to somebody that's somewhere that's thousands of miles away and giving their perspective on what they think and they're projecting. And then you have people that'll take inside information and go give it to outsiders about Jackson State. I'm talking about folks that's supposed to be JSU alums and fans or supporters or whatever will give that information to someone that they know is going to take that information, abuse that information, and flip it and use it against us. Sometimes we have such a weird thing that's going on within our base. That's just kind of crazy to me. But anyway, moving along. Somebody say you mean well off was edited.
oh
He
yeah,
said
we
he
safe to
says look pretty good.
it's safe to say we're gonna always have a little success on offense.
No, it was if I had to just really just give you top lines though, and I told you this, both sides had some wins today. And that's what you kind of want to see. You know what I'm saying? Jason threw a good ball down, a deep ball to Isaiah Spencer. You know what I'm saying? DB gets I still don't know who that DB was because he was wearing the same number as another defender, but he got a pick six today because the pressure at the.
I tell you one thing that we haven't kind of got to in regards to practice.
Thank you, brother.
And you're kind of echoing right now, Ken, and that is we did
Well,
have.
You gotta ask Austin that. I don't know what they're gonna do as far as YouTube. So I do know that I will say this. I've told him we gotta be quicker. We gotta be quicker. Gotta be better. If we're gonna push it, if we're gonna show it, we need to show it and we need to be consistent with it. So I stand on that. Go ahead, bro.
I'm gonna say we did have the number 2 ranked recruiting class in the country, right? Well, all those young kids showing up at practice right now. And we're not even talking about the transfer. We're talking about all the high school kids. They're showing their middle. And I thought about that because you just said Isaiah Spencer.
I told you. Yeah.
You're talking about Isaiah Spencer at practice, Mike Williams at practice.
Lester Holmes. Lester Miller.
Excuse me. So, again, those high school kids in this class, they're showing their middle at practice right now with plenty of reps, too.
Yeah. I mean, and then even on the defensive side, seeing the Reek Sharp, seeing Bruce Batman Mitchell get in there and do his thing. You see Stanley Cooks had a good practice today. Oh yeah, and then someone else I was just thinking about as a true freshman, Noah Bouye. Yeah, these guys, booyah! I mean, I love the youth, man, that you see in there. I think I don't see many freshmen that came in on scholarships, man, that were that's just not solid to me, man. We got some solid freshmen that's coming in. You know what I'm saying? And
this class is gonna be the cornerstone of
we got a solid group of safeties, man. You know what I'm saying? With Petty elevating his game, but Solomon Rogers being a stud. You know, Isaias is a good player, man. That kid is he got some special to him. He's definitely a great cover DB and can cover that back end along with Keydrine Callaghan. And these are the players y'all already know. I mean, they doing what they do. You know what I mean? So Alan Walker, you know what I'm saying, balling out, JJ, KJ Arrington. I mean, the list goes on and on. I'm seeing players that have just that you see those flashes, but I keep going back to, Kobe Paul having a great practice. Fabian McCray, another wide receiver that's balling out. Duke Miller is special. You know what I'm saying? Like Rico Powers, of course, y'all know, special. Seven McGee, special. You know what I'm saying? We got some special stuff there. Herb Mulligan, JD Martin. It's going to be a star this season to me, in my opinion. Pending no injuries, all is well. I just think from what I've seen, DJ Stevens, first team all swag, Jesse Riley, out there catching good balls, man, getting up the field. And it was a good practice, man, from top to bottom. And we had our moments. And like I said, both sides had some good moments.
I tell you what, you go back to when, we have a particular player leave this team and everybody is losing it. And I told everybody then, I said, listen, we good. JD Martin's going to be a star for this team on offense. And his skill set in this offense is going to do wonders. And again, thank you for just echoing that, because I'm telling y'all, when y'all see, you saw him in the spring game, but I'm telling you, you hadn't seen him like you're going to see him. He is going to be special and electric in this offense.
Well, I think you're gonna see quite a bit, man, because we got a lot of talent. The way the tempo is gonna allow some freshmen to get a lot of reps. I think you're gonna see one thing that's gonna be way different. Appreciate you, Tim.
What's up, Tim?
That's right, James. That boy ball. I'm telling you, man. I'm so impressed with his maturation. The way he's developed
Body transformation.
his body transformation, and he's a kid. If he gets his hands on it, I did see. I think one drop today. His first drop I've seen in 3 days by him. Um, Irv looked amazing, man. He looked good. Look good. Desmond Moultrie thumped somebody today. Yeah, he runs with vigor and power.
You run
You
behind his
know,
pad.
yeah, he do. Him and Ahmad Miller. So
Oh man,
uh,
oh my, that's again another freshman.
another freshman.
Telling y'all, man, this freshman class is gonna be the cornerstone of this new regime and this new JSU.
No doubt, man. And then let's not forget the other freshman. Was it Aquarius White?
Yeah,
Uh, he's in there getting some first team reps, man. You know what I'm saying? In there getting some reps, man. Coach J.O.'s on it, man. You got a big body. Put that body on somebody, and it's just the development process. It's the like I said, they call it stacking days, man. Goodell, he's still on the team. Yes, he's still there, out there working his butt off.
strong with the
But
dog on box too.
he is, man. But I'm loving what I see. I can't wait to see that scrimmage. But the scrimmage, I think, is gonna be it's just gonna be nasty. I don't think people gonna understand, like, because they fully understand that the defense that they up against every day is gonna be the best defense that they're gonna see all year. I firmly believe that.
All facts.
The guys behind JD looking fine, man. I mean, you got Mulligan, who is basically a starter. You know what I mean? And that third back could
We still
easily
got
be
Zeke.
Moultrie, could easily be,
Zeke.
Zeke. Yep. Zeke runs extremely hard, man.
Mm-hmm. They do run
So
like his life depend on it.
we got a good healthy dose of running backs. We do, man. I don't think that we're gonna have many issues in the running back department. So I think we're gonna be just fine, man. So um, everything that happens, if the O line is able to give the quarterbacks time to throw, I think we're gonna be more than happy. We're gonna be satisfied. I just know how our fans are. We want perfection on every single play. We want everything to go right. We want every pass to be caught. We want every running play to go for a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? I just think that there's gonna be some growing pains probably here and there, but I think this team has the potential to be really, really, really good. Though they really do.
Oh, for sure.
They do.
So the the hope and the hope and thoughts of Jackson State demise have been greatly exaggerated.
It's wishful thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that is. It ain't nothing but a little wishful thinking. But they might as well. That ain't gonna happen though. Linebackers look good. Said that.
You say you hope the run
Linebackers,
game better than the last 2 years. The run game was good last year.
yeah, heck yeah. I just think this is what I would say though, Zoe, about this team. Do not try to look for a duplication of last year. This team is a completely different team with a completely different offensive and defensive identity.
Mm-hmm.
We are not the same team, so you need to be open about, what I'm saying, allowing this team to just present themselves for who they are and not trying to be something that they're not. That's what I would suggest. You dig what I'm saying? If you do that, you'll be good. Trust me when I tell you. And I think you'll be okay with the product that's being put together out there. You know what I'm saying? So, hell, I'm a perfectionist, so trust me when I tell you. I love the little things. I love the intensity behind the mistakes. The coach, seeing Coach TC just They don't play. They don't take no game. They don't play no games, bro. I'm telling you, man. It's like, nah, bro. We got to get this right now. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody else in there to do it. You know, like you can't make mistakes that cost you. Mistakes cost you reps. So, but it's hot. They're keeping them hydrated. They're keeping them. You know what I'm saying? They're keeping them on the up and up. They're doing a good job, man. So, love what I saw. I really do. But the word is again, Zoe. The word is progression. That's what the word is. From what I saw day one up until what I saw today, the word I took away from that is we making progress. I said, boy, we made some progress today. Yeah, buddy, we made some progress. Jeremiah Williams played defensive line at Holmes County Central.
Mm-hmm. The Curtis White did too.
He was also the 5A Defensive Player of the Year.
In the state of Mississippi.
State of Mississippi, and he played in the Mississippi Alabama All-Star game.
He played in high school. He played some DN and D tackle.
Yep.
Mostly D tackle though, but he did play some DN.
Oh yeah. So yeah, man, it was a good day. That's all I got on practice. Like I said, if y'all got any other questions, to the best that we can, or we try to answer that. But moving on from there, go ahead and drop this link real quick. If folks want to come up for the last, let's get some new people in here, man. Let's get people here. Hey man, we love to hear from some of you guys that are.
Boy, you ain't gonna get a new people till football season, and we lose.
Come on up now. Come on up now. We want to. Not that we always get some of the same people that hop up, but I love to hear from some different folks tonight. So I'm gonna be very selective with who I add to the panel, who I add to the stream. But come on up, Pete Sweet Tea.
Yeah, y'all come on up, man. So instead of putting your questions in the chat, man, just come up and ask your question. All right.
I'm about to order me some food, so I'm gonna be on mute till somebody comes. You can take it from here. I'm gonna mute for a second. Give me a second, y'all.
Yeah, man. I guess I go through the chat, man. I told me about come up, man. Y'all scared to come on camera. Yeah, that's not all we're gonna do. We're gonna mix it up a lot. Yeah, we're gonna mix it up a whole lot this year. Yeah, that won't be the only difference. You'll actually see some other players of other positions, even on defense, do some different things. Because the name of the game on this particular defense is going to be the versatility that it has. That ain't real. I can tell you right now, that ain't real. That's what they hoping for. They hoping that we're not good. That's cap. They hoping and praying we ain't. Yeah, Fortillion is from Florida.
That man said borderline.
What do you mean by
ABC versus OBC?
saying OBC better than any additional home game? What do you mean by that? With that question, I'm not sure. I'm not understanding what you're asking. Am I impressed with Coach Harris? Man, do a pastor know his word? Man, hell yeah. I'm telling you, you're gonna be impressed with them too, man. This offense is nasty. Nah, I'm gonna be honest, DJ. No, it ain't. You use the wrong word. It's not gonna silence them. They still gonna be talking like an empty wagon, but they're gonna move their goalposts now. You go 2-0. They're just gonna change what they saying. We go 3-0. It's just gonna change what they saying. They're gonna move the goalposts. They're gonna move the goalposts into the season.
Yep, they will. As long as Jack State, they just want Jack State to lose something.
I'm gonna say this, Jimmy. That's true, but because of what we're gonna do on offense, I mean, we really. Let me just say this: from a passing standpoint, we really not gonna do a lot of the stuff from a concept standpoint than what you saw the previous 2 years. So that's why I think we're talking about the O line and like how they hope that they are. Our O line wasn't bad last year, but what we're gonna do from a passing standpoint with the concepts we running, not like we're gonna require where they're gonna have to block for a long time. In the game in Atlanta, semi, we are the home team. What's up, Randy?
Just a quick question, y'all. Did
What's going on?
that tight end Hagler ever come back or no?
Yep.
I know he graduated,
Yep.
but
yeah, he's on. Yeah, he's out there.
Oh, how he look? Look, Ken hungry.
Looking good, man. It looks like he's
Good.
in better shape than he was last year. Solid. He looked good, man. He's as Coach Maurice Harris said, tight end position is gonna be important for us, man. So yeah, he look good, man.
That's gonna be the dark horse of y'all season, bro. I'm telling you, watch.
What?
You think so?
Heck yeah. I can see him
what's gonna be the dark
hungry,
horse?
trying to, huh?
You talking about Hayden gonna be the dark horse?
Yeah, the tight end, the one that dropped the pass in the end zone.
I wouldn't necessarily call Hayden the dark horse.
Why you say that?
Just because of what we're doing and where he fits in there. I'm not gonna say he's the dark horse. I wouldn't call any of the tight ends the dark horse at all. Because we're gonna utilize tight ends too much. They're gonna get used.
What I'm saying is, oh, okay, because you got so many of them. Okay, all right. I'm just saying because I mean, I can see him being hungry to make up. You know what I mean?
I feel you on that. But we're gonna be playing. We're gonna be playing 4 tight ends, and so that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't.
4.
Yeah, we'll be playing 4.
Good Lord.
Yeah, because of the amount of because of the different formations, the tempo, the just what the tight end position means to this offense, man. Heck yeah, we're gonna be playing 4 tight ends. Yeah.
So that's why I'm telling you he won't be a dark horse.
Right. Hey, what's this thing I hear about? One of the backs lost their eligibility.
Caleb.
Which one was that?
Caleb Jolivet.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, I talked to him. So just to add a little context to that, my comments
is definitely not the tight end position is definitely not the dark horse on the team. It's going to be one of the most utilized positions on the team. Definitely not dark horse.
Yeah, not dark horse. But no, I talked to Caleb. Caleb was, he found out like right before the season started, before fall camp started, which is disappointed. And he thought he would get submitted for his the waiver his last year, and they didn't. So what he said was when he got, Random, put you on mute. You got a lot of background noise. What he said was, I think when he got hurt at Sam Houston or at his previous school, he got hurt like right before the season started. So he wasn't allowed, I don't think, to get that. I don't think he was able to get that medical red shirt because it did not happen during the season. So had he went in the game and it happened on the first play of the game, that would have been good because he would have said, but if you get hurt in the off season, I don't think you get to use that as a means to apply for a medical red shirt. I think those are the rules. Yep.
Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
What's
Yes,
good,
sir.
KC Bud? What up, bro? Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm just,
You must be on the
just
road,
checking
dog.
in. Yeah, I'm on the
Where you
road,
at,
man. Yes. Going around the mountain, brother.
Oh, that's cap. You come around,
Yeah.
look out of Tennessee because you just got about Mississippi out.
Nah. Oh, this is what I wanted to ask y'all. What was it like meeting Rochelle for the first time after, like, all the,
EA, you out your
like,
damn mind.
seeing her for the first time?
You ain't. First of all, hold on just a second. Who told you we had a suspect offensive line? Everybody knows.
We got a suspect line.
I'm saying, who told you that? Then second of all, every first year coaches kick y'all ass. Third of all, suspect quarterback. The suspect quarterback is the quarterback who was given the preseason offensive player of the year. That really didn't deserve it, but that's for another story.
Hold
Prime
on.
was a different animal. He beat y'all 7-6.
Hey, hold on. Guess what else? Ryan
I guess
was a better quarterback than Musa, and we kicked his ass.
Tony Hughes was a different animal too. Same Willie Simmons, same different first head coach. Yeah. So that's a self-inflicted ass comment.
Nobody from FAMU can say anything about no way you could be with a first time head coach. We didn't did this shit.
That's what's so crazy. Like, but you didn't even mention that. Actually, advantage Jackson State.
And then you say suspect O-line. Hey, who had a better O-line last year? Us or y'all? We did. You had the worst rushing offense in the conference last year.
Got all them running backs. Remember? Oh yeah, fam, you got the best running back room.
What I'm saying, it's like you
average 2.7 yards a carry.
You want to try to highlight what our deficiencies are, but you ain't gonna say shit about yours. Man, we're gonna knock the moose out of Moose's head, dog. Straight up. Straight up, man.
So
after the game.
Crazy.
So after the game, Ken, watch this. So after TC spanked Willie, you're gonna be like, damn, Willie himself, with FAMU. Like, damn, no, Willie himself has lost to 3 first-time head coaches. 3 at the same damn school and has done it in what? 6 years? 5 years? 6 years.
He sure was first year head coach when he beat Fam Ugly.
Yeah, and that was his first W. His first win was against FAMU.
So the heck was.
So, but Willie Simmons will have 3 losses against first-time head coaches, all at FAMU, and in 6 years. Think about that. 3 times in 6 years, you lost to a first-time head coach to the same day.
That old fake suspension.
You won't come to what you ain't gonna do. Nah, I'm talking about the moose, the stuff in his hair. The moose, we're gonna knock all it out.
Call that man Si.
Mm-hmm. I tell you what, when we pop up, you're gonna say, "Woo, Si." Man,
I'm like, shout out to Coach Connell Maynard. Connell Maynard, like, I don't know why people done wrote us off, bro. Like, all of a sudden we done left. Like, we ain't in the building no more.
Nah, man, they ain't wrote us off, dog. It's what they hoping we ride to the sunset and fall off. But hold on, let me go back to EA Cupping, man, because that right there is crazy. And then he gonna say, as honest as it can be said, your O-line more suspect than Jackson State's, and we got a better D-line than what y'all got.
Well, you know, they got the kid, they got the Portal kid. I guess they feeling froggy.
Man, they feeling they got this gas. Let that shit out. I mean, because you've been wrong the past. Literally, dog. Y'all lost the past 4 games against JSU. You should have no kind of feeling. Period.
Same narrative they used last year. We gonna get them this time. They went up there and got their ass whooped and let that whooping that they got from UNC. Oh, they had so much confidence.
And then
use that as a gauge.
He gonna say this not gonna beat us. Dog, we took something that was really god awful and beat you. Like, we got y'all number, dog. We own y'all. Like, literally. Man, we own y'all so bad. I think I'm gonna plant me an orange tree tomorrow and shuck some peas tomorrow too in your honor. We own these vegetables, dog.
Dog, this is what you need to understand, brother. EA. With y'all exiting the Orange Blossom Classic, y'all better hope of all things holy that y'all don't lose this game. We're gonna destroy y'all in the public. Because the narratives of, boy, we done beat your coach, he can't beat Jackson State, we kicked y'all butt and took your own classic from you. And sent you on about your way. Sure did. You don't want to get what's gonna come behind that. So all I'm gonna tell you is do your best to try to win, man.
Look, we're gonna take everything with the bowl game. Everything.
We're gonna start a petition for them to officially change it to the Blue Blossom Classic.
Look, I already got Kendra on board now.
Yeah, Kendra like it.
She gonna take a photo in the shirt when it's all said and done too.
I almost gave her that extra large, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna keep going.
Now I'm gonna give her side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Yeah, tell he come on up.
Hey man,
Friday, man.
Hey, do you know that these lovely people down there in South Florida, they revived the game just for these legless lizards, and they ain't won in the damn thing yet.
That's why they left. They're like getting beat up.
How we revive a game? Hold on. Let me say this too. We got it on video. When they revived the game, dog, what she say? She wanted us back in 2018. Why she want us up in that thing?
Oh, why you wanna?
It was like, oh, because we know when it come down to butts in the seats, y'all the shit. Yeah. So we came down, we took your classic from you. You ain't want to. How somebody revive a game just for you and you ain't got a dub in the damn thing yet? Now make that make sense, dog. Come on, dog. Yeah, man. I'm gonna plant me a mandarin tree or some clementine or some neighbor oranges around here. What up, Doc?
What's going on, everybody? Man, first of all, I'd like to say, man, I appreciate meeting both of y'all. Well, meeting the whole crew in Birmingham this week, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah, no doubt, bro. What's good?
And for another thing, Ken, I thought you was lying when you said you was 6'4". Look like you short. Nah, bro. You legit 6'4".
Nah, I say 6'3" though.
Oh, he ain't 6'4". That me.
Hey, you. Well, I know you. I see you 6'4", man.
He got me by like a half an inch.
Nah,
but he knew if we was playing basketball, you know, with all due respect, he get that work, man.
Hey, man.
No, he get that work.
Hey man, you do what you got to do, bro.
You get that work, man. Hey, in my heyday now, the old that know me, I had a flamethrower, man. Just telling you.
Uh, what up, Randy? All right.
What
You
up,
know,
Doc? What's going on, man? How you, man?
I'm about to say you in the Poconos again, bro.
Nah. I'm going in the other direction, bro.
Yeah,
I gotta go. I gotta go meet some family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, I tell you, man, Randy be up in them Poconos all day, all night.
man. But y'all
Uh,
know what? But tell EA that's what EA he got the initial for FAMU is extra ass right now. He beat the ass, man. 5 straight dubs, 5 straight L's to JSU, dog. And they still gonna be talking.
Yeah, they're gonna be talking. They're gonna be talking. I'm just tired of the disrespect for Jackson State, man. I'm just
we
tired
love
of
Yeah,
it.
it.
We love it.
it's
Love it.
I call it verbal pain releasing. That's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my new terminology as of today. I told somebody I was like, man, let that go ahead and get that pain out because I ain't never in my life. I don't know what be going on with these people, man. I don't. I ain't interested. They boring. Ain't nothing they got going on interesting. I'm sorry. Can anybody tell me anything that's going on with FAMU that's exciting outside of the real Boston Richie fake scandal or whatever the case may be? And then you just go down. Then you just go down to each school.
Nothing.
I don't care what they talking about, what they got going on. It's not interesting.
Right.
It's just not. It might be interesting to them, and I wish they would mind the business that pays
Mind the
them.
business that pays them.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like what's interesting is Jackson State. Have y'all seen the amount of views that the little documentary? Let them say that little documentary got.
1.3 million views, bro.
They get them views up to 2 million now.
No,
Hey,
it's over 2 million though.
oh, I'm sorry. 2 million views, dog.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
So my point in even saying all that is that
Prime
Jackson
gone.
State is interesting. But think about that though, for a company that's looking for a partner, that's a
Oh, you done dropped off. Yeah, man. Okay. But go ahead, bro.
But
sorry about
now,
that.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying you talking about viewership. So Commissioner McClellan was talking about the viewership of the Celebration Bowl, right? And how important that game was. And some people thought he was dissing the Celebration Bowl. I get sick of people. See, people, y'all need to learn how to think for yourself. When you sit there and consume the rhetoric and the bull junk of people, you tend to. That's why I shared something on the stream one day. I told you when I was taking up a class, one of my classmates, I tried to share something with him, and he didn't know what I was sharing with him, and he said, "Hey, man, I don't want that." I was like, it wasn't anything harmful. He was just like, my grandmother told me, be careful what you read, so he wouldn't read it, and that always stuck with me. What I say is be careful what you look at, be careful what you watch, because sometimes when you do that, that type of stuff could affect how you think. So when you get involved with certain people with certain mindsets and certain thought processes, you can try to find any and everything wrong with everything that they say. And I saw people out there really trying to act like the commissioner was saying something negative or bad about the Celebration Bowl. And I was just like, I watched this content multiple times and I don't see nothing that they're talking about when the man is talking about viewership growing. But this is my point. I think he said we did over 1 million and some different views for that game, right?
mm-hmm.
So they were quantifying that 1 million as a lot of views.
Right.
Dog, Under Armour did a documentary where they spent money, but check this out. Do you know I don't think people understand the equivalent of what a million views would give you on YouTube. You
Man.
see what I'm saying? Then you talk about 2 million. So they're gonna get that's monetized content where they're actually gonna get paid through YouTube for
Mm-hmm.
that viewership. So when you talk about the strength, yes, that is the prime effect. Yes, there's a lot of people that were following Jackson State because of Prime. But what it shows you is after he's gone and everybody knows he's in Colorado. I got to be honest with y'all. I don't really know what's going on with Travis Hunter right now. I'm not really watching, not out of pain or anything. It's just like it's not very interesting anymore. It's just a 5-star kid at a Power 5 program now. You see what I'm saying? So now it resorts back to just me being a fan of Shador. I'll keep up with it and watch it when the season starts. I'll see how they're doing. But I'm just not interested anymore, man. Because what interesting to me is what we got. But that's strong for Jackson State. That documentary to hit over 2 million. And that goes to show we do have a strong partner. And that partnership is only going to continue to grow. Now, guess what, y'all? They will be in Southern week two. Week two, right? Yeah, our third game. They'll be in Southern documenting the Jackson State versus Southern rivalry because we both are Under Armour schools. Thank Southern. You should thank us because if Jackson State wasn't coming to Baton Rouge, Under Armour wouldn't either. I just thought I'd throw that.
Nah, you right. That's good, but that's for good that's for good views, good entertainment too. But like you said, to get 1.3 million views and just to get at least 100,000 subscribers on there, bro. You're talking about monetization at the wazoo. Cause them ads are gonna those ads, those watch ads are gonna add up. The
Right.
impressions are gonna add up.
That's correct. And I mean, and not only is that, but it's also everywhere. Speaking of though, but you look at Jackson State's footprint on the YouTube page, and it just goes to show what we can do and what we wanted, the goal we want to get to, for the JSU page. She loves D. We'll see what she had to say. She said, "Yeah, it was. Um, I don't know what the. Okay, I think that spells out the emojis. Let's see. We got somebody else look like they joining. Oh, that's you doing that, Doc.
What's that?
You be coming. I don't know why your connection do that. It like come in and out.
Oh,
But no, you good. You good.
it be like that sometimes.
Hey, can I ask a question?
No.
All
Go
right,
ahead,
thank
brother.
you.
Go ahead, man.
Is the Celebration Bowl a postseason bowl game or is it a championship game?
It's a postseason bowl game.
It's both.
Uh,
It's both.
It's both of them. Yeah. It's the national championship, man, for
oh, it
HBCU,
is
for
both.
Division One. Yeah, for the Division One HBCUs, it's the national championship game.
Oh, okay. All
Yep.
right. I never knew that. I mean, that's why I
No,
asked.
you good. You got to come down. You got to
All right.
come down to Atlanta, man, and catch that game. And then this year, speaking of the Celebration Bowl, you're gonna have the HBCU band national championship.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's dope. That's gonna be super
Mm.
dope.
Hey,
I like that.
Dr. James Smith, they can't swear that because until we told you, they didn't even know. We telling you this is in July. They didn't know.
What's going on with this straw?
Man, I'm gonna take it back to Swag Media Day.
Shoot, go ahead.
I'm sorry to say this. Now I looked at all the players that was in there, right? But Sunday out of Anderson for Grambling look like that is a grown ass man right there. With look like he got about 3 kids, a 3 house, a 3-room house, and car and garage with a white picket fence. Man, that dude is big, bro.
Oh, well,
Like,
make sure you got the same stats to go with the statue. Make sure you have the same stats to go with the statue because he's a good player. He got the measurables, but You gotta have some eye-popping numbers with them, with those measurables.
That is true.
Because I tell you what, somebody who don't have his measurables, who don't look like he got 3 kids and don't got the physique he got, had way more tackles, way more sacks, way more tackle for losses than he did.
No, Jeremiah, I ain't order no crystals, homie. Listening too hard, man. He's supposed to be paying attention to the panel. I asked for another straw. They gave me a straw, bro, that had like the motherfucker was halfway open, bro. I'm like, you really want me to take? Man, you better throw that away.
Yeah, that's nasty.
Like, who? But anyway, back to like Sunday out of games, man. He like Zoe said, he got the measurables, man. He's Blue was on Wednesday, and he mentioned the where he's ranked at as far as in the eyesight of the scouts. Has the potential to play on Sundays. So again, we've already kind of covered that in a sense when it comes to media day. It is what it is. Preseason, and we you move on from it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
We all felt like it could have been somebody else, but whatever.
But nah, man, good player, man. Like I said, yeah, he does have the measurables. He got the physique. Yeah, good player. But he better come on, have eye-pumping numbers this year.
And looking at Andrew body, man, it looked like he got bigger. Looked like he put on a little after that, after coming out the injury. Just I think he'll do good, be great this year. Well, I don't see no drop off.
You better hope so, because this will make or break year for Andrew Body.
Yeah,
in more ways than one. Because I mean, I've said it the other day. He got all this great hype behind him, and he's a good talent. But at the conclusion of this season, man, if he don't have great numbers and they don't win, and there's no point even bringing his name up anymore. He got 9 wins in 2 years. And, we can make excuses all we want to. I'm not going to say they're not valid. But you are what your record says you are. Right. After this season, I mean, if he ain't got but 6 wins, then it's like, hey, bro, you got 15 wins in 3 years.
But that falls under the coach also too. If you think about it, like
I'm not gonna dispute that. But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, they both married to each other.
That is true. That's you are correct about that.
They married to each other, and so because I'm gonna tell you like this, Doc, we're not gonna have a great talent come through here, play 4 years, and you sit there and say, man, he was good, but. Because how many
get us over the hump?
No, but watch this. How we talk about the wins, but what did his stats look like last year? I'm talking about before he got hurt. He ain't had no eye-popping stats. So right now, as I speak, you know what his greatest claim to fame is since he's been to Texas Southern? He got 2 wins against Southern.
Yeah.
That's his greatest claim to fame that's documented right now. This ain't no shade. I'm not even attacking him. I think it's a good talent. What I'm saying is the production gotta match up and marry all this other stuff that we're putting on them.
Right.
Because at this point, you're going to your junior season. If it don't,
then your senior season it's not gonna mean nothing after that.
I'm just saying. And well, we can't even say that no more because he got to make it to his senior season. What if he hit the portal and go somewhere else? You see what I'm saying? We don't know.
Okay. So
that's what I'm saying. You got to make every season count. And I mean, right now, you look at his stats. His stats don't tell you anything. The wins don't tell you anything. So that's why I'm saying this season, and I'm not saying he got to go undefeated or none of that kind of stuff. That ain't gonna happen no way. But I'm just saying he needs a minimum of 7 wins. A minimum of 7 wins this year.
And to get in the SWAC championship game.
And well, he don't necessarily have to get in the SWAC championship game, but if he does, it's going to help his case.
Right.
But he needs a minimum of 7 wins. He's going to have some guarded numbers, man. I'm telling you, Because if he doesn't, if he's on part of what he did last year, like I said the other day, man, it ain't body no more. He just body parts. So he's gonna have to come on. He's gonna have to come on with it this year.
Hey, so let me ask you a question. If Andrew Body was in Jackson State's quarterback room, where is he? Does he start second string, third string? Where is he?
That's a good question right there.
That ain't a good question because he'll be competing for the starting position just like the other three quarterbacks in there.
I still think that's a PGM. So I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole to sit here and say that if Andrew Body's at Jack State, he automatically starting, because that's a lie.
Right.
No, it's not. It's not the case. Yeah, and that's that. We can move on from Andrew Body. There's enough of that. But yeah, like Joe said, we'll talk more about Andrew Body when we get ready to play Texas Southern this season.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just appealing to mention him for whatever reason. Like again, we didn't we didn't interview everybody when we went to SWAC Media Day.
Oh yeah.
I ain't come there for that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't no disrespect to nobody, but we stay true to form with what we do, what we talk about. You know, everybody we did talk to was even relevant. We even had Willie Simmons over there, but it's like we could have talked to him. We probably would have sat down with him, and had he came, we probably would. You know what I'm saying? Had he come and sat down with him, I know you did a good interview with him. Everybody go check that out. But the interview speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? What he had to say or whatnot. So, but my point is, at the end of the day, when we were there, it was a great experience. I was enjoying just kind of watching everybody else, but I didn't seek to have an interview with Connell Maynard. Like, what are we gonna talk about? Like, I don't know nothing about what he's doing. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, that's how you. But you know what I'm saying? That's why it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I can't have an intelligent conversation with someone that I don't pay attention to, because I'm gonna just be like, hey, you want to talk about what you're doing and educate me while you're in the process? You know what I'm saying? So it's best to just kind of stay away from that stuff. But anyway, what else? What you got on your mind, bro?
Oh man, I knew I asked the commissioner something about conference expansion, and you know, it was involving that school up in Nashville. And he came out and said, well, if we're gonna add another school to the conference, they got to bring something. They got to bring something to the table. And another thing that he said was, I don't want to have a conference where it's from coast to coast. And so he kind of took, I'm like, he took shots at the Big Ten, because that's the only one I know that's coast to coast. But he said there was schools that has been knocking on the door to the SWAC for a while. What do y'all think about that? As far as conference expansion, and especially since it's like revved up almost 100 now, with everybody moving around for next year and stuff. What do y'all think about that?
On expansion, man, I think, to be short-sighted, I think Tennessee State would be a good ad. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, the tricky part is it's not necessarily adding Tennessee State. I think we all could kind of see, if they were to join, what they add, from just an optic standpoint. It's an HBCU blue blood, traditional rivalries. You're talking about having those games with FAMU, Jackson State, Grambling, Southern every year. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you're talking about adding the Nashville market, you know, to our footprint. But the other part of that, okay, now you have 13 teams. So the question isn't necessarily adding Tennessee State. The question is, what do you do to go to 14?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's the tricky thing when you're talking about who would you add. And, you know, at that point, you already know there's not another program, if you were to add them, that's on the D1 level. So now you're going into who you're going to move up. And see, that's when it becomes tricky. You know, we can look at other things like, look, Langston is out of the question. That ain't happening. They got too far of a scope to go up anyway. Hell, they're not even part of the NCAA. They're out the question. And even if they were, they're still out the question. You know what I'm saying? For me, I think.
I mean, they'll be, you know, if that was the case, because Langston was part of the SWAC a long time ago. But like you said, as far as that footprint goes, yeah, they are way out the loop being an NAIA school.
Yeah, but then on this end, when you talk about, well, who will move up, and it's just like, you know, you can sit there and you can say Clark, but then I'm like, and I know what people say about trying to add an Atlanta market, but I'm like, man, Clark is, I just don't see it with them. I think if you were to have only one entity that could move up, to me, it would be Albany State.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, that's literally the only place I could go. But even moving up for them was kind of a steep climb for them to do it. But those are the only two I could see. I mean, maybe Clark Atlanta, maybe Albany State, but I lean more to Albany State if they did it. But I'm gonna be honest, and I know the commissioner says, and I'm gonna tell you this too. You got to take some of what they say. When I say they, I mean figureheads in any conference. You got to take what they say with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever going to come out here and just tell you truthfully what their plans are, what they're trying to do. And we've kind of, it's kind of a beating a dead horse, but I really feel like the best play would be to merge the two conferences together. Now, when I say merge the two conferences together, I'm not talking about 12 teams in the SWAC and then the other 6 in the MEAC. That's not what I'm talking about. I really feel like you should have a merger, or really you should have at least one FBS HBCU conference. I really feel like in the state of football, it could be a game changer because you get the best of both worlds in that sense. I think if you have a conference maybe of 9 teams, not a divisional format, just a straight 9-team conference,
Mm-hmm.
and you know you do it like the Pac-12, and you play everybody, and the conference plays everybody, and then you have those non-conference games against those Power 5 teams. You get the best of both worlds, and it helps out with, from a recruiting standpoint, because when you talk about, we'll use my guy that just left FAMU, you know, he did all that flipping and flopping, regards to, you know, want to leave and come back, only to go to a Jacksonville State. Now, a reason why I say we should do that, Jacksonville State, whenever they are where they are, what are they going to play for? They play for the same thing that the SWAC plays for right now.
Oh, bowl game.
They play for their conference championship and they go to a bowl game. Now, the only difference is what? The perception of the title, BS. So now there's an actual FBS HBCU conference. Well, going by that logic, he'll stay at FAMU, right? Because they're FBS, you know. And then what I mean by having those initials is not only are you offering more scholarships, but even on the non-conference slate and just your day-to-day operations, you're going to spend a little bit more money, but you're going to get more money. You see what I'm saying? By what you're doing, non-conference games. Every non-conference game now you're going to be $1 million draw. You see what I'm saying? So the things are working differently when you're on the FBS level. And I would tell every school in the FBS HBCU conference to use the mode of use the template of a Boise State, use the template of a ULL, and because I'm telling you, the moment you have an HBCU FBS conference, don't tell me that we can't surpass the MAC conference. Don't tell me that we can't mirror ourselves after like a Sunbelt conference. You really, really can. Everybody's going to tell you what you can't do, but I'm telling you, you know what we can do. Now, is it a pipe dream? Yeah, it is. But it's tangible. You know what I'm saying? It's something that could be done. But I'm just saying, in essence, when you look at, for example, you know, a lot of kids like, I want to go play FBS. I'm gonna go get in the MAC conference. Well, do you know what those teams are playing for? They don't have a snowball chance in hell of going to play for a national championship, and they know it. You know what I'm saying? So
unless they run the table.
But even then, they
Yeah.
have But even if they run, it's not just running the table. They have to have certain parameters within running the table.
Yeah.
So, the point I'm getting at is that when we look at it from a who said 18 teams? I just said a 19 conference. A 19 conference. And then also when we go to an FBS conference, now you don't have one bowl game. You can have bowl tie-ins now.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You can have more than one bowl game. You can have 4 bowl games.
Yeah.
And also you have an HBCU FBS conference. Now you can now it's really tangible to say some of the things that we talked about doing by having the FBS that conference having its own television channel, you know what I'm saying, or having its own full network with games and everything and everybody. I'm telling you, it could actually be a game changer. Now, you know, some people say, well, what's going to happen to the SWAC and the MEAC? That's not going to be our problem. The SWAC and MEAC can still thrive or whatever they're going to do. But you don't make a decision for what's best moving forward by the things that's being left behind. And we got to stop doing that.
Right.
Even from a cover standpoint. Like, for example, when FAMU, let's say if FAMU was successful when they did try to move up, it's like if they were thinking that there was going to be some demise to the MEAC if FAMU left, that's not FAMU's concern. I'm just throwing it out there. It's like
right.
we move like that. Well, what happens? Well, what if we move? What happened to Valley? What happened?
That ain't our business. But that's not a
concern.
Yeah.
And so we say that because we have a welfare mentality, like we gotta save and save everybody. But I do think it's tangible. And in the idea of the construct that I'm thinking, I'm not talking about this 15 or 16 or 17 conference. No. Because if the SWAC, let's just say hypothetically speaking, if the SWAC wanted to move up as an FBF conference right now, man, y'all know everybody can't go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think if it were able to happen, we could do it. And because they've actually already changed the attendance guidelines for the games. They changed so many other guidelines, and then people always want to look at us like we're lesser than. For an example, man, have y'all seen Kennesaw State Football Stadium? They're playing a stadium. Their stadium doesn't even hold 10,000 people.
And they have 43,000 students.
They have 43,000 students. It's a huge school, but the stadium doesn't hold 10,000 people, and they don't sell it out. But they're about to be an FBS program.
Hey, pause right there. Pause on that. Because I want to see how we going way down the rabbit hole. I'm trying to get my guy who just joined. I want to know what's on his mind.
Oh man, I'm talking about. I ain't paying attention.
I was waiting for you to pause. I ain't want to interrupt you, but we went to Kennesaw. I had enough of this shit. Like I ain't trying to be funny, but I want to see what my guy's saying. What he got on his mind. Go ahead and shoot, bro. What's on your mind?
Can y'all hear me?
Hear you just fine, loud and clear. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Now I just wanted to know what happened to you yesterday, though, at the truck reveal.
Work.
Oh, you had to work?
Every day.
I met Ken and Miss Rochelle yesterday.
Oh, what's up? Nah, I'm at work, dog.
I was kind of scared to ask Ken for a picture for a minute.
Scared for what?
What you scared about, man?
Nah, I just, a lot of people be worrying you about taking pictures. I didn't know if you were tired of taking pictures or what. I was kind of.
No, I ain't no celebrity, man, like that. I'm just me. I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? If I'm somewhere in the event, I don't know if I could ever be like, nah, bro, I ain't taking no picture. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't. I don't think any of us would be like that. You know what I mean? That don't mean. Look, man, we just doing what we love to do, and honestly, it's all in good fun. If everybody's there, we trying to commemorate the experience, man. So I had a good time. I was happy to see everybody out. It was fun. It was just hot as shit. You know what I'm saying? It was real hot.
Oh yeah.
Even though the sun was going down, I was still sweating like I was scared. But yeah, other than that, no, you good, man. It was everybody was asking about Zoe, and it was good to meet Rochelle. A lot of people don't know that was the first time I ever met Rochelle in real life, and that was
when y'all did that. Yeah, y'all said I thought y'all had met before.
no, we've never physically met. We've only met virtually. Like this is what this channel, the YouTube and live streaming and live interactions is. Nowadays people communicate more through social media and stuff like that than anything anyway. Says Zoe wouldn't take a picture. Yeah, Avis. I ain't see Avis out there. We're gonna get Avis on the photo one day.
Avis not a real person. No, that's a catfish. That's just an alias. It's not a real person, man. Watch this. Has anybody ever seen Avis before? See?
Yeah.
You know,
I think I saw who we thought was Avis.
Ain't nobody in real life ever seen Avis, man. It's a catfish.
But no, it was a good time, man. It was a good time.
But yeah, I ain't saying it because I'm a Jackson State fan, but that was the best looking truck out there. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was the best looking truck.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I like Jack State's, and Ole Miss looks good too, but I don't know what the hell Mississippi State got going on.
I like the Jackson State and Mississippi State. I ain't like Ole Miss.
Man, Ole Miss is perfect.
I actually like the Ole Miss truck because it was true to their helmet. I like that helmet. That's probably why. I like the way it looked. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Ole Miss in no shape, form, or fashion. For the life of me, take it how you want to take it, but I don't understand how anybody can go there. But the uniform, that helmet is fly to me. So to have that helmet look like have the truck to resemble that helmet was pretty cool. But it still was, I think they had Mingo on the front of that thing. What was it? Was it Mingo?
Yeah.
On the truck? Yeah. But our truck was it was the details was the details for me, man. The block on the flaps, the 1877 on the truck, the triple stripe going down the middle.
Like the helmet.
Even the side of the truck. I loved it, man.
They brand new.
Huh?
Those trucks brand new.
Yeah.
They brand new.
Yeah, those were brand new. Yep. Yeah, that's a whole brand new truck right there.
Yeah, because when I went in the inside of it, I could smell this, you know how that new car smell? That's what I smell. I say, oh, this brand new.
Mm-hmm. It new.
But that was pretty cool, man. I think to be able to, like I said, after leaving the truck, we got a chance to spend some time with A.D. Robinson, A.D. Wells, Dr. Scott, shucks, man, the president, and the list goes on and on. So it was really good. They had a couple, and it was a good experience, bro.
Yeah, Brandon's right too. You got that red in the undercarriage of the truck, that little splash of red.
Oh yeah, where the part that where they hooked the trailer to. Yeah, I liked that. Yeah, I think that's what she's talking about, right?
Yeah, it was cool, man. Right. Then people think you thing too. Why is it that when we do something like that, like that's free, like they gave that to us, right? To let us use it. Got somebody that's gonna drive it for us. You got those 3 universities that also got trucks. It's normal for them to get free stuff, and nobody bats an eye. But when Jackson State is included, all of a sudden, it's a handout, and we don't own this or whatever the case may be, because we have to find some way to. Go ahead.
Let me add on that too, because you're right. It's amazing how, because now I saw today, oh, you don't own the truck. Well, first off, we never said that we did. But since you want to holler,
Exactly.
like, oh, but now you want to say we don't own our truck and you do. I'm like, you do know it's very oxymoronic for you to sit there and say that you own a truck, but then your damn field look like it got the mains. It costs way less money to upkeep that field than to buy a damn truck. You got all this money to buy a truck, but you just got full a lot of scholarships last year. Like, come on, dog. Like, what are we doing? It's like you trying to give this perception on the day that we announced it. Oh yeah, they don't own their truck. We own ours, and we're gonna show it to you. I'm like, well, man, why that field look the way it look? Come on, man. Your field, dude. Your stadium grad look like Kevin Durant head, bro. I'm just saying. What you want to talk about? You own a truck, but don't you own that field too?
Hey, so are you talking about Kevin Durant head what Ryan Davis put on there and look like?
Man, any one of them, any picture you can find, that's what Valley Field look like.
Man, it looked like how our practice field used to look.
I'm just saying, man. Like
that's a good point, though. And here's the thing, though. Like, even in the context of that, all right, y'all got a truck. That's cool, actually. Like, we're okay with that. Like, nobody would have said anything. They got Elevate on it. Matter of fact, the players had Elevate pins on their blue suits. You see what I'm saying? And maybe I ain't gonna go there. I like them suits.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're touch the nerd. Y'all own them suits too, right? So tell me why in the same hell you come to media day in all blue suits and y'all colors green and white.
Hey man, they still were clean though.
They were clean, but they were
still clean though.
We're gonna part ways there, but okay, I see what you're saying. But we're gonna part ways there.
No, they were fly, but here's the thing. One can say that you got too much blue on your mind, but I'm gonna just leave it right there. And I ain't talking about blue blood. I'm saying one can make the state the claim that if you worry about if you worry about your own self, you ain't got to worry about that. But this is what I have to say. People got to understand this. People, please understand this. I don't think people realize if you just start talking out of nowhere and start saying stuff about and you include people that ain't got nothing to do with you in your conversation, and you just create it out of nowhere, you got a problem. Like there's a real problem right there. Here's my point. Nobody's talking about no damn Valley.
Ever.
Nobody was even talking about nothing to just up and say, we got a truck, Just like that person today that was like, oh yeah, they talking about guard the yard, but they ain't got no stadium on campus.
I tell you what, hey, you want to hear something funny now? Valley own more trucks than they got football championships.
Bro,
I told him, I said, look here, y'all might own a truck, but you damn sure own the worst winning percentage of the whole damn conference too. You can start counting from whenever.
They got more trucks than championship.
So they own the #1 spot for the worst winning percentage in the whole entire conference.
I'm just saying
you just pick a starting point. Close your eyes and point to a particular year and bring it all the way up to today. #1 on the list with the worst winning percentage. Valley. That's what they call them, Valley.
Hey man,
I'm gonna leave that alone.
Your best player in your football history ain't got no jewelry while he was in college. Not now. We got this high-powered offense, and they got a ring to show for it. We averaged 80 points. We averaged 80 points a game in 1984 and 0 rings for it.
But this is the thing, though, man. We really don't. What did that? We want that dude back who went to Valley. The dude that said, what did he say? Hey, Gremlin, he said, y'all came for us, but we didn't send for you. That dude that was talking, that's the point, man. We need him back, by the way. But what he said is spot on. Folks just they come for us, man. We really would like to just talk about Jackson State. And I would really appreciate it. Everybody, when you bring your ass up here, talk about Jackson State. That's what we're here for. That's what we want to do. But unfortunately, though, Doc, my man on the chat, Randy, we always get pulled into something that we don't want to have to deal with because people just get so pricked about. We ain't got nothing to do with how y'all feel about the greatness that is happening at 1400 JR Lynch. Even in the midst of getting kicked in the teeth, we found a way to be relevant, stay on. You see what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to warn y'all now. I'm warning y'all. I'm giving y'all a fair warning. You got 2 weeks to find something to talk about good. Because boy, oh boy, Zoe, you better tell them. When that big reveal, you think the truck reveal was something. Ooh, baby, when I tell you, when they reveal that, listen to me, y'all. When Coach Beef and them open that door for real, and y'all see what's happening behind them doors.
And other doors.
Oh my gosh, man. Y'all gonna be hurt. Listen, man, it's gonna make some stomachs hurt. And I ain't talking about just SWAC schools. Zoe, I got your picture finally, too, by the way. Maybe it was my damn connection. You know, I got that T-Mobile over here in Mississippi, but
Hey man. Hey, let me tell you something, man. In Valley's history.
Valley broke down last.
In Valley's entire history, they got as many wins against Jack State as FAMU got against points against us in the past 2 years. Story.
That's right.
And we done played Valley about 78 times, dog. And they got about the same number of wins as FAMU got as points against us in the last 2 years.
Well, you know what, though, on the bright side, though, bro. On the bright side, this is what we're gonna say. We're gonna continue to hashtag elevate, right? We're gonna continue to do that. And you just keep watching. And if you watch and you mimic us, you can elevate too. That's all we're gonna say. That's it. Now here's what they can say. Well, you do realize that your athletic director is a Valley alum. We know that.
Bless you.
We know that. It was Alcorn. It was an Alcorn grad that did he do the track? Did some over there. He did some type of renovation. Like the young lady said last night. Don't none of that mean nothing.
Bruh.
So all I'm saying is this is a fair warning. It's a warning shot. I'm just telling y'all, man. Then we're gonna reveal to y'all what we actually spent the $50,000 on too, by the way. Speaking of, on Monday, we're gonna roll out another fundraiser, y'all. We're gonna roll out another fundraiser. So y'all get ready. Give y'all a weekend. And I've been saying it for the longest, but what we're gonna do is what I'm talking about. I mentioned to you guys that we wanna Zoe and I have been moved to wanna provide some debonair attire for the team. And we gonna basically we working on some stuff. So, you know, we're not sure exactly how much that would look, what that look like. We do have a quote in hand, but we're gonna make sure. And we're not talking about necessarily just trying to do it all in a tough way. We're also talking about collaborating with the others that are in place. And I'm gonna have a conversation with Zoe about that as well, because we don't have to do it in a sense where everything has to be so separated. We can do it in a joint effort. So if that's going to be done, then we could try to help to create that money that's spent back in that space through growing that organization in a greater space. So you know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna just leave it at that for right now, because I need to get through what I need to get through this weekend. Today was a good day, you know. Tomorrow be you know, it'll be what it's gonna be, and then we'll get past it, and then we'll get to Monday and see how that goes. So we ready, man. We ready. Got a lot of stuff coming, man. But I'm so excited, and I can't wait for y'all to see it, man, because I think everybody's gonna be so proud. Everybody that loves that JSU block, everybody that loves the progression that they see happening at the university, man, we deserve that. We deserve greatness. We do. And you need to start believing that you deserve greatness. Stop acting like I appreciate Zoe so much for what he's saying, because he's not saying that to hear himself talk. He's not saying that to be redundant. I would think, and I won't ask you why we still got 500 plus people looking at us. When you say the stuff that you say in relation to us and our people and how we be against each other, I don't think you're saying that in a space where you don't wish it would change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just more of like, this is what we know we have. Like, this is what we know we gonna get out the rip. You know what I mean? And the question always remains is, what can we do, you know what I'm saying, to change that, man? And I think we can just continue to do. Wait a minute, bro. Did you just put 601 Beasley Road, Kings of the North?
You see it? You ain't have to add.
Well, I'm about to put you in the goulash. Only difference is he can take himself out of it. So, no, I'm messing with you. But no, I saw somebody put a comment today in the video zone. They said if Callaway run the SWAC, then JSU run JSU. No. Then Merle runs Jackson State. That's what they said.
Well, I mean, if that's the record they want to have.
Well, no, it's true. I think Merle's footprint is pretty strong over there at 1400 there, I learned, for a good cause. But no, we can make it happen, man. I think, Doc, you still there with us? Doc.
He could be away from the computer. He'll come back.
No, it's all good. But here's the thing, though, bro. We'll stay on probably another 8 minutes. We'll go to 2 hours and 30 minutes, then we'll shut it down.
All right.
Got a long, interesting day ahead tomorrow, you know.
Yeah, I bet you do, man. You keep your head up, bro.
Man, I gotta say this, man. It's all good, man. Grandma look good, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate everybody that have sent the wishes. I was very it's good to see my family, you know what I'm saying? My moms and everybody, you know, and my fam and everybody. So everybody seemed to be taking it very well. And I think we're all proud of the life that she lived, and we'll celebrate her tomorrow, man, and it'll be all good. So times like this, seeing your family, that's the consolation, you know, to get to be around your family. And you get to see everybody's living in different places, man. We all come from this place, and we all, as adults, so many of us are in other cities and states. And now we kind of get to, that's what my cousin said. He's like, man, Grandma made it happen the way we all could get back together again. You know what I'm saying? It's like good old days, man. Back in the day when everybody was coming up. Madison, Mississippi, baby. Before Madison was what it is now. And this was the old country Madison. So this is one that Joker wasn't around there with their chest stuck out about no Madison at that time. But, you know, it's all good, though. Randy, what's on your mind, brother?
Yeah, man. The reason that I came on was to ask the football question, but to also send my condolences to you.
Oh man, I appreciate that, bro. It does, man. I would say this, man. Man, this life is about. You want your dash to be. When I say your dash, everybody know what I mean. Your start date to your end date. You want to make an impact, man. But this is what I would say to everybody. We all have been going through stuff. Everybody, man. We all have dealt with this type of stuff. I appreciate Marcus. I appreciate Toronte. I appreciate the whole Zoe. I did little stuff, man. You know, Zoe and I talked probably 17 times today, but still around the time of me heading to see my grandma, he texts me. He say, bro, you okay? You know, just checking on, you know what I'm saying? Like that little stuff, it helps, you know what I'm saying? Right. Because you know you got an extended family. And I was good. I haven't been I think I've been you grieve in different ways. For me it's more about just getting busy. You pour into other people. But this is what I just want to say, man. We you know, some of us don't think about this until it happens. But the reality of it is we all got to go this way. So we really should, you know, take serious inventory on just what, like Zoe say all the time, man, you're going to be out of this body longer than you're going to ever be in it. So, you know what I mean? Make sure you make an impact, leave a legacy, but then most definitely make sure you take up storage, take up some type of, you better make sure you're investing in your time. You're outside of this realm into the next one, you know, and whatever it is that you consider to be, you know, your belief system or whatever the case may be, but just that's the thing you should think on and live a life in a manner to which if I leave this place, man, and I get the same words that my grandma got, well, I'd have done something, man. Cause that woman was she's amazing. So it ain't many that get to 93, Randy.
Right. Ooh. Okay. Okay.
It ain't many that get to 93. And then and then you know how, you know, not to make this about me and I'm gonna move on from that, but I just wanted to say to the family and the supporters and everybody that watched the show, thank you, man. Everybody, I appreciate the text, man. I appreciate all that. I really, and man, it means a lot to me, and it's all good.
And I remember my grandma, you know, when she passed, my grandmother, she was like 82. Like she had just turned 82 and she passed away in March of 2017. And it, you know what I'm saying? Because I was at a house and then, you know, leaving to go home to Corsicana, and I found out on the phone from my mama that, you know, she had took her last breath. And I figured, you know, I wanted to be there just in case so I could get all that, you know what I'm saying, get it all out and then get my mind right, because we know that at the end of the day, we had to put her in that ground. But we ain't get to, you know, we ain't go to the point where we got to the point where we just remember her for everything that she had done for all of us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the legacy lives on, man. She lived through us all. And this is for everybody. I mean to cut you off, but
no, you good.
So it's taken a few losses this year. Marcus has been through a lot, man. My goodness, y'all keep, you know, still keep my brother in your thoughts and prayers. I mean, he's but we all lean on each other though. You know, he even shouted out, he was like, man, I'm just checking on you, bro. You know what I mean? We all in this together, you know, just if you need somebody to talk to. Toronte called me, but when Toronte called me, I was en route. But my point in saying all that was just so many times we've been on this stream and somebody, I think about Brother Bishop and who made a comment. I think about Sister Veronica, and so many people have taken L's, man, from a loss of state. But this is the thing. We're so blessed to have the passion to want to do this, because this does provide an outlet for others to kind of get away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why everybody's in their lane. I do want to say this too, because someone let me know I was talking to someone before the show started, just through text, because they was asking how I was doing. And I didn't see this because I was actually busy, but you know, I want to shout out to Mona, because they were like, oh yeah, man, you know, Mona just said, just for letting everybody know. And I know you do this too, Doc, but this is just a small, just an example of just how collaboration. Rev has done that, but we try to like move in a space where everybody can exist. You know what I'm saying? Blue put out an article. We're gonna share that. You put out a show, do a great interview. We trying to push the traffic, have everybody go support what you got going on. But what I wanted to say was, that's why I had called your name. I'm like, after I had this conversation today, for us that are supporters of Jackson State, and for us that are doing that, like, we can all become members of the Booster Club, bro. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm talking about in a manner in which now we're really vested in, and we've really vested in the interest of what's really making things happen at Jackson State in an aspect. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think it's valuable for us, myself, Zoe, you, Timona, anyone else that's out there doing content that is centric to Jackson State. I know you cover all HBCUs, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you good.
And I was told today that not everybody that's part of, that has joined and has paid the fees and stuff like that are even alums. Like, she mentioned the one particular individual who went to Ole Miss and of a different race, never wanted their tickets, didn't want really nothing, just kind of was constantly just supporting every single year. So for those that might be thinking, well, I ain't really went to Jack State, you don't have to. If you want to join it, you want to join, you join. You be a part of it. There ain't nothing to that. But it's so many things that we do on that level that benefits athletics in that particular aspect. And I'm telling you, it'll blow your mind when you see everything that's being done. And I was like, you know what? If I'm going to be preaching it, I have to also exemplify that. So I just wanted to say that because I know we're getting ready to shut this thing down, but just something to consider. Just something to consider. And we'll continue to, spark unification, man. You know what I'm saying? On how we can really get active. Now, we're going to still do what we do. So when I got some plans to do some stuff, and so I got to get with you also because thanks to the donations, let me say this. I appreciate everybody who has donated to the foundation that we started, Friends of KC-1400 nonprofit, because what we were able to do today was we were actually able to purchase some things for some students today. We were able to purchase. We had some students that had moved into some, into their home because housing is tight. Right, but they went ahead and got their apartments. School about to start, so they went ahead and got their apartments, and they needed some stuff. So we were able to purchase 3 beds today. So, oh yeah, and I'm talking about that's the type of work we're looking at trying to do in whatever little aspect we can do. So when people understand, hey, you're not just giving your money to Ken and Zoe, or we really are working, man. And I'm telling you, like, when we started doing this, it just started opening up the demand and the needs in different spaces we would have never dreamed of. So just wanted to plant those seeds and let people know, man, like, you can be a part of this, man. And we're going to try to continue our best to make sure that we piss a few more people off that don't like what's happening at Jackson State. You see what I'm saying? Right. Because the thing that people celebrate the dysfunction when they don't like you. And it ain't that they don't like Jackson State like that. It's just that I really feel like people are at war with what Zoe be talking about when he say black people devalue black things. We're so conditioned to be in that space. So when you see one of us doing great things, I don't have a problem. I didn't get no likes or no comments from this, but when BJ Jones and Alec, what is it? Alaric, what is his name, Zoe? Al. And the young lady, and they posted their graphic. They got social media and everything already up and rolling. I said, let's go. So I retweeted. I said, let's go. I don't fucking care about what Southern talk about. But I tell you one thing, I'm happy that they gonna go and tell their own story. They're gonna create a podcast and create a lane. And maybe if they get busy talking about their stuff, y'all ain't got time to talk about us. You see what I'm saying? But the problem is people really are at war, bro, because it's so we such a in a space. Oh, I saw Alabama A&M building housing. Man, I'm gonna reshare the shit out of that. Like, man, that's dope. That's great. That's good stuff. Isaiah Land with you know doing well at the Cowboys. I'm gonna celebrate that king, man, because now it's about celebrating black excellence. Now we banter is banter, but y'all know that everything that's said toward Jack State ain't banter. It's
Hey, man,
just flat out hate.
I'm gonna
Go
say
ahead.
this. Y'all can say
Go
a
ahead,
lot.
bro.
I can say a lot of shit about me. One thing I ain't no hater.
Not at all.
I ain't no
And
hater.
you ain't never seen, though, have you ever seen a happy hater? Because I
Hey,
damn sure ain't.
hey man, I can't. Y'all seen me on here. I've said it I don't know how many times. Every HBCU need to be in this space doing what we're doing. And look, I chopped it up. I'm cool with BJ in real life.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Look, man, I'm cool with G. One thing I ain't no hater. Look, I'll talk shit with anybody, but I champion anything anybody doing, especially when
Facts.
you talk about being in this space. Because I even talked to BJ at Media Day, and I gave him a mission that I told him to do when they get started. And I'm gonna tell y'all what I told him.
Yeah.
I told BJ Jones, I said, man, do me one favor. When y'all get started, whatever you do the same thing I did. Make sure you echo the same mission that we all need to be in this space.
Yep.
I told him that.
Yep.
They gonna find answer. And the reason why I say it is because we say pick yourself. I hate saying this. Pick yourself up by your own bootstraps. But we have to control our own narrative. And the fact that it was only 2 schools this White Media Day that provided coverage for their own school is a sham and a travesty.
Yeah.
It was only Jack State and Alabama A&M from the Hill. And shout out Wayne and Jen. And I chopped it up with Jen when I got there.
Jen cool as hell, man.
So one thing I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to talk shit. But one thing I don't do, I don't highlight any HBCU flaws. They do it at Jackson State, though. I don't highlight your flaws. And I ain't no hater. Straight up. I ain't got no love. I ain't got no love for Southern at all. But let Southern do some good shit. I'm gonna be retweeting and liking the hell out of it.
Yeah, we definitely gonna do that all day long, bro.
I still say, you know what I'm saying? Even like you said, with Southern going, you know, doing what they doing with shout out to BJ Jones. Didn't even know he was from Dallas. You know, we had talked about this for, you know, we talked a while about that, didn't know he was from Dallas. But you know, shout out to him to let them tell their own story, to control their own narrative. Like you said, shout out to From the Hill. Jen is cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? We talk noise about each other team, but when it comes down to business, she ain't gonna bash the school as far as what's going bad at Jackson State, because they gonna keep it centric to Alabama A&M and what they got going on over there in Huntsville. So, you know what I'm saying? I like people like that. I like when G from Swagging the Food, you know what I'm saying, he control his own narrative for Alcorn. You know, everybody that's in this space, either on Twitter, on YouTube, whatever, they can control their own narrative. Like, you know, we talked about this with Josh Sims. You know what I'm saying? HBCU Nightly. Because it was so, shout out to Josh Sims.
Shout out to Josh.
Man, because the SWAC had got so much pub, especially Jackson State, we had got so much pub that the MEAC didn't have no voice. So what he did was he said, bump that, we gonna give ourselves a voice for the whole conference, not just my school, which is, you know, he North Carolina Central. we gonna give a voice for a whole conference. And they did that, and they've been doing that since last year, since right before football season had started last season. So, you know, with people like that, I commend that. I don't deal with people that want to talk bad about school. Like, I don't deal with people that wake up trying to hate on other folks that, you know, on their mind.
There's a few people that are out there. I think we also want to just have it to where you understand that I like the guys that are doing the top down perspective from an HBCU standpoint. I know you cover a lot, Josh, and them cover a lot. And I think what we're really talking about is specializing in something.
Right.
There is no mistake. When you think about Tiger Talk, you think about what we're doing. There is no mystery what you finna hear. Every now and again, you might dibble and dab in a few other nuggets. That's why they say in relative HBCU topics, but for the most part, that's what we cover. That ain't even this. Zoe talking about Tiger Talk because Tiger Talk is the official podcast of JSU Athletics. This is not a podcast. We just go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I always let people know that because even in the midst of, this is why I'm saying that. I think it was important because for someone that was on the outside looking in that really didn't understand like what we were doing, to them, it was all one thing. You see what I'm saying? To them, it was like, oh man, I thought it was all together. I said, it is. You know why it's all together? Because Zoe is Tiger Talk. Ken is Tiger Talk. When you see me, and we gonna wear the brand. That's why it was important aesthetically that we showed unity when we appeared. There was no, I went live when we was just kind of in between because I wanted to put something on the channel for the most part for this platform. But this is a different lane because you're really not gonna get that from over there. But what we will do, you know what I'm saying? We will do what we need to do to get the message across. But to his point though, his point was, that's the point. Like the gentleman that was the announcers at Valley, they had a moment. Imagine if them brothers started something with Valley because they were very knowledgeable of their school and what was going on. And it was interesting. And people started tweeting them because of the personality. Imagine if those guys created a show. Now, maybe they do have something. I don't know. But I just want to say this for those that think that you better make sure that your heart is in the right place. You better make sure that you're in it, because I'm telling you now, and Doc, you can attest to this, we all can. This is an investment of time. This is people always don't know when people are moving. You get,
bro. You understand
profit, but it ain't this ain't about no money now. You can make it to where it becomes profitable, but that takes time. So I just want to put that out there. I know we're suggesting that, but get in it for the right reason. Get in it for the and this is what I do feel. That's why people always talk about Jack State. And now I'm finna take a shot at all of y'all.
I ain't got my
soundboard. The reason most of them don't want to do it is because you ain't even interested in your own stuff. That's why y'all stay talking about us, because we're interested. And I get it, but here's what you got to do. You have to make your stuff interesting.
Yep.
And you have to be, because that was my admonishment. I'll say this and I'll shut up and we'll move on. I was telling the gentleman that reached out to us that wanted us to come on Zone I come play in the golf tournament down for the Southern weekend. I said, look, man, just do your work, do your due diligence to make sure that you have all the relationships you needed at the university so you can have access to be able to cover everything that y'all got going on. And make everybody that wants to know anything about Southern, you guys got to tell that story, even when you don't feel like it's interesting. Even when you look at it and you got 85 views.
Yep.
You can't be discouraged. You got to keep pressing because football is king, man. Football season.
I gotta. You touched on it, but I gotta say it because I can't.
Go ahead.
I can't remember who I told, but I was like, "Hey, man, just do the work. Put the time in. Don't care if you get 50 views. You don't know who 10 of those 50 people are,
right?
Because you and we've got example after example.
God, that's a good point.
It's crazy too. And I can say with me, man, I could say when I started going live on my stuff, it could probably be like 3 or 4 people. As me and my co-host talking about football, and 2 other people in the damn chat coming and asking questions. And the fact that where from where that started in September when I started going live like that, all the way up until now. And I always tell people, like, yes, I am a Jackson State alum through and through. I bleed blue and white. I love 1400 J.R. Lynch Street. I love West Jackson to the core. You know what I'm saying? If I had all my kids go to college, now they ass going to Jackson State. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I say this is because if it wasn't for the people, it wasn't for and the alums of Jackson State, my platform would not be as where be where it is right now.
Your connection getting real choppy though.
Yeah,
keep going.
My phone about to overheat. I'm sorry, but
no, you good.
What I'm saying, but when it comes down to it, you know what I'm saying, I appreciate everything. Like, so came over to our table the other day and jumped on the live. He said, "Man, this boy be working right here. Like, hardest working man up in here." And I appreciate everything that everybody has done for me.
No doubt, Doc. I'm gonna stop you right there because you sound like a robot now. So just you might want to either go out or come back in or whatever. But no, man.
To even echo that, I mean, yeah, like I said, man, I ain't no hater. I show love, but
without question.
But even with that, like I was saying, man, when you hit a nerve when you talk about the time, because man, let me tell y'all, working the way I work, and if anybody know, kid know, man, y'all ain't got Uber. I'm telling you, I promise.
Hey, y'all, I gotta say this too, man. Zoe works so damn hard that Zoe make me work hard as hell just so I can help him not have to work so hard. I'm gonna say that again for y'all. I'm gonna say it real slow because y'all might not catch that. I said that man works so hard that it makes me want to work hard to help him not have to work hard no more. Y'all get it? All right then. And you know what I'm talking about when I say that, because there is a payday at the end of this. We just don't know when it's coming. But we gonna stay the course because of the momentum and what we're doing and what's building. And if this was about us, man, y'all would have saw that a long time ago. But we just keep finding ourselves in spaces. But you are who you are, and we can't help be who we are, man. When he say stuff like "Who got it better than us?" Nobody. We mean that, and we don't mean that to be like we're downing someone. We just saying it's a great thing. Listen to this. It's a great thing to actually be doing something that is what you love. You know what I'm saying? When you're working in a space that's full of everything that you love to do, and you find some type of reward from that, man, it's a fulfilling thing, man. So that's when we say who got it better than us. You see what I'm saying? Nobody do. Because you could be doing something and it's like work.
Or sleep.
Dude, this ain't work right here.
Or sleep.
This don't mean we don't work our butts off. But I'm just saying, like, that's my point. So he said Oak Cliff, East Oak Cliff. No doubt, brother. But no, man, it's all good, man. We gonna keep pushing. We gonna keep moving the needle. And listen, y'all, hey, we doing all this and we ain't even hit August yet. So the things that's on the horizon, man, August is gonna be action packed. We only got 3 days left in July.
Hey, the first is Tuesday, bro. You don't want the first get here. You on a countdown. You got 25 days from the first.
25 days, man. You're talking 4 weeks. Actually 3.5. But that's right, 3.5 weeks, though. And we're gonna be flying over to Atlanta to meet up against South Carolina State, man. So listen, man, once the season gets started, it's gonna be on and popping, bro, because people love to tune in. We're getting more and listen, what's so cool about what we're doing. Somebody may not watch us, but that don't mean they spouse or they girlfriend, their mama. I'm out last night and a young lady say, I got to get a picture with you because My mama love you.
I told you all the time. Let me tell you,
Huh?
hold on. Man, I go to look. I'm at Home Depot a lot, y'all. That's a grown folks toy store, by the way. If y'all don't know, Home Depot, Lowe's.
You got that right.
Grown,
You better tell
grown
about
folks
that
toy
water hose.
But I promise y'all,
Go ahead, man.
I told y'all, man, I'm a 6'4" mirror. Y'all can love. I'm gonna give it back. I never get tired of it. But I promise you, man, I'm at Home Depot. Oh, Zoe, man, my wife watch you all the time. Oh, Zoe, oh man, my husband watch y'all all the time. We get it on both picture, man. I promise you, man. When I see it, I feed off of it. What y'all give, I promise you, I'm throwing it right back. But it happens all the time, man. We eat it up and love it because it gives you more energy to come up when I'm half asleep. And this is why I stay up and I do it. So, but now, man, we got lots to start popping off. That's why we need that break that I didn't take. But this is why we do what we do, and this is why when August gets here next Tuesday, we really got 2 full weeks in this format, because you understand game week is going to be different because game week is going to be central to the upcoming game. So, when you talk about that Monday and that Wednesday, and then that Friday, it's going to be our first live on the season where we're on location for the first game. So, you're talking next week, you got 2 full weeks. Or we're coming on like we're coming on now with that Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Game week is going to be game week, and it's going to be that same until December. I mean, so it's going to come at you fast. We're going to have a lot more content coming. We're going to break down. One thing we're going to do more this year on the lives is break down the opponent during game week. And we got a lot coming, man. But it's going to be here before you know.
It will be. Listen, I ain't even rushing it, because being able to be at practice and seeing what we see. And I'm telling you, what up, TD? Appreciate you, brother.
We cover everything. If we play spade, we're going to go cover the spade team too.
We covering it all, man, for real. And then too, like, man, we got some stuff coming, boy. The women's basketball team is going to Puerto Rico, by the way.
We're gonna be there.
We're going to Puerto Rico.
We're gonna be there.
I just thought I'd throw that out there. This is they're gonna be there. They go to Monday. What is it? November 21st. They go. They're Monday before Thanksgiving. Yeah, man. That's right after the Alcorn game. Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna go at least for a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll give you some live content from Puerto Rico. But nevertheless, man, the cool thing is, like I said, we got the big reveal coming, the big reveal. And I'm telling y'all, man, all I'm gonna say to you guys is this: what we're doing is gonna put us on the par with any, with all the FBS schools in the state. I'm gonna just say that right now. And even some of the stuff that we're gonna have, I'll be honest with you, I'm not even sure if they got it. So let me say it this way: they're gonna have to go back to the drawing board and possibly make some upgrades or some changes, because they have to keep that gap wide between us and them. But this is something that we got right, and I can't wait for you guys to see it, because you're gonna feel so daggum proud of that, and then we can move on to the next thing that can continue to close the gap, and making the experience at the university so great for those students and student athletes. So I think it's Dr. James Smith. You have no idea. I'm just telling you, it gave me goosebumps, man. I was in there, I just was like, I cannot wait. Just can't wait, man, because we're gonna be our fans are gonna be so proud, man.
I promise.
Y'all gonna be so proud, man. I'm just telling y'all. And now you're gonna see why Zoe and I were just adamant about doing what we were tasked to do. And we want to just say once again, shout out to the university, shout out to the foundation, shout out to every entity that had a part in playing, that had the part in actually paying for what is happening. We had a special project within what is going on.
Yeah.
So the big stuff, we had no part in that. I want to make sure we reiterate that so don't nobody feel like we got to get out of that too. 5 minutes left, y'all, before we shut it down. But I'm just saying we got to get out of that. We got to get out of that, family. We got to get out of that. Stop bickering over who gets to shine. Stop bickering over who gets to shine. Let Jackson State shine. That's our slow. Let Jackson State shine.
We're not trying
Let
to get
the university shine.
We're not trying
How?
to
Go ahead, Zoe. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying we're not trying to get any shine at all.
None whatsoever. I'm so serious. If we could make an impact and these student athletes could have everything that the student athletes at Ole Miss get, and the students that are there for education could get the same thing that the students at Ole Miss can get. And y'all never see my face. You never hear my voice. I would be ecstatic about that. I would. I really would. So, but y'all know how it is. We got so many gaps. And we're going to continue to do whatever work that we're charged to do to try to help in whatever way that we can. But I think the greatest form of help for us is to help Jackson State unify. Because my gosh, if we could ever get it together, man, and unify, boy, we can make a real mean impact. I'm telling y'all, we're doing some amazing stuff, but it's so damn disjointed. Everybody doing their own thing. And we can continue to do that. But I think we all should move under, one umbrella and just let everything else be sub. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like sub work. So. Yeah, I saw it, bro. This is what you talking about. That what you sent me, though? That what you sent me?
Well, yeah, no. I want you to look at something. This is, when you see it, you can be like, oh, okay.
No, I saw it already. I caught it as soon as you said this.
So the beauty is, it's a popular song. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do.
Hey, well, how that other part go? Fuck him. Like Ronnie Mac said, fuck him.
Hold on. Go back to that comment. Dog. Go back to that comment. They already, hold on. They just upgraded, right?
Yep.
They do. Hold on. They doing the same thing we doing, huh? Remember that.
Huge shout out to Coach Beef and Coach Kendrick, man. Them guys are innovative.
I'm gonna say something without saying so. No, I'm just gonna say it. Same flow.
Yeah.
Same.
That's
flow.
right.
Same exact flow. That's why
it is.
That's why I said
I saw it as soon as you same setup, everything, bro. I saw it immediately. But I'm gonna say it like this right here. I look better though.
Same flow.
But nah, man, we appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much.
So the fact that a Power 5 program, which is the flagship school of the state of Mississippi, literally just got theirs redone.
Yeah, we gonna piss some people off, man. I'm ready for it too. And I'm just telling y'all, we not finna drop the ball on plastering it. We gonna blast that shit all over the internet, man. We gonna be trending.
Hey man, they just got a remodel, dog. That's big bad SEC. Man, it's amazing what little old J State doing out here in the swag, dog. Amazing.
I just hope we're able to capitalize off the momentum and we start to believe that we deserve some of this stuff anyway, bro. You understand what I'm saying? It's amazing what partnerships can do. Hopefully, the visibility and the imagery that comes from this, it causes others that want to partner. And I think another thing that we can do, just through conversations, we have to look at expanding on partnerships that we already have. Like, can we get more? You know what I'm saying? What more can we do? Like, when it comes to the little stuff, like, can you, going back to our sponsors, I'm not stepping on any, I'm just talking business now. For those sponsors that we got sponsorships that are out there, we got to make sure that we revisit every sponsorship that we have and we ask the questions. What more can I get from you? We need what else do you provide in this particular aspect? And making sure that we're capitalizing on everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and sometimes your contribution to the university don't necessarily have to come in the form of money. It could come in the form of information
or time.
Because if you see that we're doing something, absolutely. If you see that we're doing something and you know that it could be done in a better way, then we have to create a bridge to allow. We have to create an underground railroad, bro, type situation where we're inviting people to come into this space that love Jackson State for real and get us the information, get the information to the right people. And all I'm saying is I challenge the people that are in the position to make things happen, the position of power, to allow that information to come in and don't feel so insecure that you got to shut that off. We're missing too much right now, bro, because of ego. I'm telling you what I know. And nobody under the sound of my voice, y'all know I'm not lying. And I ain't trying to expose nobody. I'm saying we're doing great stuff, but my gosh, if we could just get our stuff together and stop letting ego hold us back. Stop letting clout and credit hold us back. Nobody gives a damn. But the kids, we don't want the kids and the students, and we don't want them to suffer. Not that they are, but I'm just saying, like, you can't miss what you never had, but imagine what you can have if we just stop trying to act like we know every damn thing. I always invite people into this space that we doing, bro. You see what I'm saying? And this is all I'm saying with that. I don't know everything. If you see I'm doing something, you see me and Zoe doing something and we going the long way, and you say you rock with us, and you can make this be a whole lot more simple for us, then let us know. And I ain't insecure like that. I got it, but don't worry about it. Man, I'm gonna end with this quote. Kobe Cam, kiss my ass. You out of there. Goulash gang. Biatch. All right. Back to what I was saying. Bro, we got everything we need. We most importantly gotta have a conversation, man, about what can we do to make things even better. That's the main thing. But I'm telling y'all, we staring at greatness. We really are. It's right there. And it ain't nothing extravagant. It's just a matter of getting out of our own way. Get out of our own way. Go ahead, bro.
Don't put these people up here in Miss Mary, cut that out. Don't put the people in the chokehold. TC ain't keep their teeth in yet.
Man, everything that we say comes from a place of love. And we say love, we talking about thee I love, right? If it's thee I love, let's make sure we doing the things for thee I love, and not just about thee and I. You know what I'm saying? Or not just about I. Like this, we got some work to do. And I'm telling you, I'm excited for what's to come. Because I ain't afraid of hey, listen, it is what it is, man. Y'all know what our previous coach say, what Coach Pine say. You might not like the way I said it, but I ain't lying. You might not like that I said it, but I'm not lying about it, So anyway, as if let me see, do we plan to get the screens working at the top of the locker room? The screens already work. Those screens will display the players that are in those lockers. Mm-hmm. Their profiles, their photos, and stuff like that. So just FYI, the photos they've already been taken, and they are They're in the process of working there. But that'll be something that they'll see anyway. We only see it when people take pictures or whatever. So we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. When you're in the process of building something from scratch, there's growing pains. What does those say? No such thing as comfortable growth. We want to be comfortable and we want to grow. You show me somebody that's comfortable, I'll show you somebody that ain't gonna grow no more. All the growth stops when you get comfortable.
No pain, no gain.
For real. Let's keep the grind going. And Connor Jones, what's up, y'all? I dropped by to say hello. And then I also pissed at Deion Sanders.
No need. No need. I say ain't no need. Yeah, let's go shut this thing down, man. I'm finna give me some Z's.
I'm finna go too, but I want to make sure Connor Johnson ain't. Is that a troll comment?
Nah. You say pissed at Deion Sanders. Ain't no need. We good.
Cool deal. I'm gonna let you make it, brother. Everybody, thank you so much for coming on tonight. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. As always, man, we'll be back. We not pissed at Prime, by the way. We ain't pissed at all. We ain't pissed at nobody. We just happy about what we got going on. We wish everybody the best. We'll be back on Monday. Same place, same time. Yeah, I love. Go Tigers, baby.
Yeah, I love. Go Tigers, man. Later.